Hello.
Hi.
This is my name's Tom, and this is Maya, my lovely girlfriend over here. And together we run a channel called Tom and
Tom Mya
Mya
Studios.
Studios. Um, and yeah, what we're going to be doing today is that I've basically gone all back. Because I've actually kept all of me and Maya's chats on WhatsApp since like she first sent me a message, which was a picture of a cookie for some reason.
I
I
was only starting out.
I don't know why. And yeah, and I've gone back through, and what we're gonna do today is that we're gonna go back through all of these projects, and we're basically gonna tell the story of them and stuff. And yeah, and in case you didn't know, Maya is my lovely girlfriend here, and we've been together
Yes.
for about 3 years
Known each
now.
other more like 9, but
Yeah,
yes.
we've known each other for a very long time, and Tom Mya Studios has been around for like years and years.
It
So
has.
yes,
It's never looked better though with Tom's help.
yeah, I'm very pleased with how it's come out and with what's happened.
Yes.
So I've got this list here. Maya has no idea
No idea.
what's
No.
on it. So yeah, we're gonna talk about the projects one at a time, and yeah,
This is
so
going to be fun.
the first ever project that I did is a project called GhostTrain. I mean, there was a lot of stuff before that. I don't know whether you wanted to talk about the pre Tom Mya musical stuff. Like,
Oh no, that's just that's too much there. You just go from yours.
we had a lot of different things, and yeah, it was where the silencer originally came from. It was where Darkmire originally came from. And
Yeah, so Darkmire was the first character I ever made back in 2015, so that was 10 years ago.
it was 2015.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It was 2015.
Lord, oh lordy,
First
lord.
original character's 10 years old now.
Good grief. So GhostTrain. I say me. I was at I'd so GhostTrain wasn't actually the first like theatrical thing that I'd written, because I'd written. I was back in my My Little Pony obsession era, because that was the entire reason that me and Maya
That was the
met
reason we got together, yeah.
in the first place. And I was in my Little Pony obsession era, and so I'd written two plays called Brony's a Play and Brony's a Sequel, and those might see the light of day one day, but not today, not today. And yeah, so then me and my family went to this place called Carter's Steam Fair, and I'd never been on a GhostTrain before, and so I didn't know what it was like, and then I sort of came out and I was like, and then because it was like loud, and there's loads of props and loads of stuff around, and then like somebody like touched my shoulders towards like the end of it and stuff. So then then I turned it into this whole thing basically. This weird ass story. Dude goes on a ghost train and then ends up basically the ghost train ends up falling into like a magical realm or something, and then there's a dude called Mayor Adrenaline, and then like I genuinely can't remember much of it. The only thing that still survives from it today is the script of it. Outside of that, I never got a recording of any of the songs, because I was literally like, I don't like the sound of my own voice, so I never actually recorded any of the songs from it. So
it's a common thing that, when you write a song and then you listen back to it and you think, oh, my voice sounds terrible.
Yeah, no. So I literally didn't record any
Shame.
of it.
Shame.
So yeah, but with such great titles as Falling Down to Death, and oh god, what were some of the other things? It's got like the most like sudden breakup sequence in there and imaginable. Like there's just a really forced argument like at the end of Act 1.
Did you just want to make conflict? Is that it?
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
So yeah, GhostTrain was bad, but there we go. So anyway, Tom and Mya the musical.
Oh boy, okay. So I've written most of this. I'm pretty sure I've written most of the projects
Yes.
on this list. So Tom Mya the Musical was the first musical I ever tried to write. And you'd think because it's called Tom Mya the Musical, we'd each have an equal standing in it, but no.
No.
So Tom's whole role is to basically, in the musical, the whole thing is it's a village and everything's really, really great. Tom just hides behind a bush and just thinks, "Oh, Mya, I wish I was with her."
She's so amazing. So then, Mya doesn't give me an actual solo song in there.
No,
She herself gets like a couple of them.
Yes.
And then I end up going kind of batshit insane at her. And yeah, so then she's like, "Okay, I'll give you a solo song," and then she puts it at the very end while everyone's walking out.
Yeah, so back in 2017, I had, there was a lot of stuff going on that I pushed down, and I've been doing that for a long time. The main conflict in this involved a certain man called Roy Jackson, who drums for my dad's band, who for some reason at the age of 14 I had a crush on. And so the whole thing in this is that he wants to be with me because of course, and he makes a deal with the devil himself, because what's better than that?
Yeah.
And then basically he kidnaps me and tries to force me to marry him.
Yes.
You're going to see this theme a lot in things.
And then along the way we meet the Boy Wars boys.
Yes, okay, so I had a lot of fictional crushes. So the ones that we had in the musical, Markiplier, Roy of course. Papyrus.
Why would Market Fires do this?
I don't know. It was part of the whole thing. He was even coming to Britain, and I asked Mum if I could go and see him on tour. She said no.
And then Mya got very
angry.
Yes.
The Slappy from Goosebumps. Don't ask about any of these. Robert from a little show called Justin's House on CBeebies. At the age of 10, I tried to send him a letter.
But she forgot to put a stamp on it.
Thank God, actually. Jimmy from the Aquabats. Robbie Rotten from Lazy Town. Lumiere from Beauty and the Beast, specifically the 2017 live action. And Bendy from Bendy and the Ink Machine. Thank you. So the whole thing basically winds up with them having a fight. For some reason, Metatron from Undertale's like commenting on the fight.
Oh yeah. There's a whole Metatron. Isn't there a bit where they're like fucking like roller skating or something?
Yeah, sinister plot. Roy's behind it because I just wanted roller skating disco people.
Yeah. So there's a.
So yeah, that's Tom Mya the Musical, and don't like to look back on that.
It was definitely an interesting one. I also made a song for it as well.
Yeah, Andy's on holiday.
Where everybody throws beach balls around.
Yeah,
the
Andy,
audience
by the way, is Roy's twin brother, real life.
Real life Andy. We also stuck him into like the Otherverse lore as well.
Yes, we put them both in the lore of our world, the Otherverse.
So yeah.
Yes.
Right. The Voice Factory.
Right. Okay. So I thought, hey, I've written a musical. I'm gonna write another one.
I think it was during like the rehearsals because me and Mya were doing Bugsy Malone with a company called Red Productions, and we were at like rehearsal for it.
We were.
And I was like, oh, about like a whole thing with like singing is like energy or whatever.
Yes, like most of the projects on this list, Tom comes up with the idea and then I try and sell it off as myself.
We're going to see a lot more of that later, don't worry.
Okay, so the Voice Factory is basically, it's meant to be dystopian, really.
Yeah.
And it's about a factory where song is used for energy, and the person who runs it is once again based on somebody in real life, Mr. Lester, who taught me in Testbourne Community School when I was doing music. And once again, I'm in it. And once again, I put myself as, I'm going to save everyone, I'm going to save everyone from the Voice Factory.
And then I literally wasn't in it.
He wasn't in it.
Fun fact for you. I remember this.
Yes, go on.
So there was an entire time I remember when I tried to pitch like a Tom story for the Voice Factory to you over like a WhatsApp call. I can remember like after I'd finished like pitching it, like I looked at my phone and you'd hung up on me.
Yeah, back then I wasn't too big into constructive criticism and or putting Tom in things. A lot of stuff going on, don't want to get into it.
Yeah.
And of course, like most of these projects, Tom wrote some songs and they were some of the best ones in the
There was a song in there called Derek Snaps. And the Voice Factory is always one that I really end up mourning because there was some really, really stinky good songs in there, but they would just never end up seeing the light of day, partially because of things that would go on to happen later.
I should say there was also a side plot where Mr. Lester was kind of like into me.
Yeah.
Which is wrong because I found out after I left school he's gay. So
he's gay.
That's the second time that's happened to me.
Yes.
We'll talk about that later on.
And then there's also a guy called Derek.
Yeah, so that's Mr. Lester's assistant, who basically realises eventually, oh, this system's kind of wrong.
Yeah.
I don't want that. I want to rise up and stop this. You know?
Yeah. And then there was also a whole thing about him being a tin can as well, which was
we're not getting that's a whole other thing. Right, what's next?
So, Maya hangs up on me this one time on call, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm so angry. And so I ended up writing a song called Sidekick. And the entire thing of this song is that like Maya gets all of the spotlight and I get literally nothing. So the chorus is literally like the spotlight weaves and turns around you. You get a glimpse of fame once in a while, but the world of her surrounds you and just plaster on that artificial smile. And you keep on thinking, when is it my turn? Well, the world around you seems to burn and you feel like zero, but I ain't gonna be a sidekick to your hero. So then that would basically end up going into its own album, and basically just centered around that and all of the other stuff that was going around.
Mostly school.
Yeah, a lot of school-related stuff. Bullying, the stuff I was dealing with online, like just so much stuff.
May I tell the story?
Yes, of course you
may.
So
basically, the whole thing is Tom wrote Sidekick, and of course he wouldn't want me to hear it.
No!
Because of course not. So I had a friend back in college called Charisse, and I don't know where she is now, but I really do miss her.
If you're watching this, Charisse girl, we hope you're okay, and we'd love to hear from you again sometime.
So the whole thing worked. I'm not trying to slander you or anything, Charisse. So basically, Tom had showed Charisse this song, and basically just said, "Don't show Maya." Guess what she did?
So then Charisse shows Maya.
Yep. So I got to hear it. I can't remember what my reaction was, but probably like, "Oh, what." Why didn't you write that?
You were kind of like, I'm sorry, I've been keeping you in the back seat. And then she proceeds to give me a slightly bit more of a role in projects going forward.
But don't worry, in the more recent ones, he's got a bigger role.
Yeah.
Not to worry about that. Okay.
So Embers of Vengeance is just all of these things that
just him being angry.
Yeah, just all of these things sort of make me angry. And yeah, B-Funkt get funky.
Okay, so yet another attempt at a musical, because I really did want to get into the musical market, clearly. So B-Funkt is an actual band. It's my dad's band.
That Maya's in, she does an amazing job in.
That I've been in since I was about 13 years old. So a long, long time. So I decided to honour the band. I would write a musical for them. And I would put 30 songs in it. I don't know why I wanted to do that, but there we go.
And these are songs that have once again all been lost to time.
Apart from a little snippet.
All except for a little snippet that's like, every day there's a...
I actually played that in rehearsals for the actual band.
Oh my god, did you actually?
Yeah, I did. Okay, so the whole thing of that is that, B-Funkt, we're quite popular because we play all the old songs that old people love.
Yeah.
No offence to old people. And the rival band, who is an actual band too, Fusion 6, or as we call them, the Confusion 6.
And the whole thing is that I think, from what I understand, pretty much nobody likes these guys.
Nobody likes these guys. A bit like another band called Groove Republic, who we call Cheese Republic.
What?
Because they play a lot of cheese. That's what. Yeah.
give me some cheese.
Okay. Just give someone a minute to just. Cool. They're Groove Republic aren't in this one. So the whole thing is that Fusion 6 are jealous of B-Funkt and they want to get famous. So Andy, who's an actual guy too, not different Andy, Andy.
Completely different.
Different Andy. This is Andy. So he buys a guitar off Amazon because why not? And this guitar has a spirit inside of it, and the spirit promises to make them rich and famous and make B-Funkt suck,
And Maya sits there smoking a pipe and she goes, Spirit lives inside of a guitar. Oh, I wonder what I could call that. By Jove, I think I've got it. The guitar spirit. By Jove, I've got it.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that, Tom. But she's actually in the law now, so...
Yeah, she is. Along with 4 other spirits, but that's...
Yes, and I just wanted to say that I predicted the future slightly with this one, because there was another guy called Steve Brooks, who Dad used to be quite good friends with, and he played the guitar when I first sang with my dad on his 50th birthday. I still remember I had to talk about this. We rehearsed the song a few times and then we just stopped and watched British Bake Off in his house. Great evening.
Great.
And in this thing I thought, you know, Steve's a good friend of Dad's, so he wouldn't want to stay in the Fusion 6 and betray my dad. And the funny thing is, in real life, he actually ended up leaving the band.
He actually left, so...
I predicted the
yeah,
future.
Maya literally predicted the future to that one.
Yes.
Right.
Alright, what's next?
Villains, but the original version.
Oh, okay.
I think, didn't we come up with this whilst we were, like, in a car? Or something.
I can't remember many of the origins of these.
I can't. Villains. Well, because we had like a few like villains. So I was like, hey, why don't we make an entire album based around the villain?
Yes, there was also going to be another one, but I never got around to that.
Here, we'll get to heroes later. Don't worry.
We'll get to heroes later. So the villains album consists of some villains from our world. Some of them range from silly to they will literally destroy everything you know. And,
oh yeah.
Okay. So we have Sasha Silencer. Her real name's Sasha Dancer.
Yeah.
There.
There's the General who's a pirate. There's Grand Evil, who's the literal master of evil himself.
Yes.
There's Dark Maya, who's not technically a villain, but
not technically, but we stuck her in because she's a demon.
Yeah. And then there's Blood Eyes.
Blood Eyes was in it. Yeah. The whole thing is her eyes bleed.
Yeah. And she was in a horror movie. Because Maya's got a whole thing where like every year she tends to make like a new like.
I don't ever write a script for it. The only one I did write a script for is probably going to come up later.
Yeah, no, don't worry, it's going to come up later.
Okay, goody. I'll talk about that. That's a whole other arc.
That's a whole other thing. Goodness me.
Yes, and of course Time Man, who's the master of time.
Yeah, and he's also got a very catchy song in there called Hands of Time.
It's a rap.
Go listen to it.
It's a rap. It's wonderful.
It's very good.
If you like hearing the word clocks over and over again,
that's his whole thing.
Yes.
He's going to put a clock here, going to put a clock there.
Yeah. Tom, don't forget we got Scorcher as well.
Oh yeah, Scorcher. So Maya made the Silencer. I was like, oh hey, I want to do that. So I ended up making a character called the Scorcher, and his whole thing was the burn stuff to the ground.
Mostly school.
Yeah. And there was this entire like trilogy of like Adele songs that like envisioned for him.
Set Fire to the Rain was. One of them, right?
Yeah, Set Fire to the Rain and like Rolling in the Deep, and then literally just burning the entire.
Yeah, so Adele would have gotten some attention
there. So Scorcher was questionable. He's in the law now, although a lot less detached from how things were. But anyway, there we go. In 2017, me and Maya would end up going to see the My Little Pony movie.
Yes, we saw it once and then they just took it out of cinemas.
Literally, I kid you not, they had this thing in cinemas for 2 weeks. For literally 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
And then they took it out again, and I was so pissed. I was genuinely so pissed with them. So I was watching a review of it from a guy called Lutoons, and he was like, Zoe Saldana should be in more musicals. And because this was the type of person that I was, because I liked coming up with ideas and hoping those ideas would sort of get noticed and stuff. I sort of started cooking something in my mind, and then eventually I thought of the concept of, what if like it was like you believe in magic, but does magic believe in you? So that was my next project. It was called Majyck the Musical. The song from this actually did survive, courtesy of a lovely re-recording from Maya.
Yes, that was the whole thing, Magic January.
Yeah, and yes, the songs from that actually did survive. But yeah, the whole thing with Majyck is that you got this girl called Majyck, and she's like the ruler of the kingdom and stuff, and then there's this girl called Dark Majyck, who ends up like getting like let out and stuff, and then Majyck ends up getting banished, and then she's got to go on an unbelievable journey to like go and like stop her, and hijinks ensue, and I don't know, her and Sophie are potentially lesbians for each other.
Maybe
we don't know. We don't know.
We'll let you decide.
Yeah. But yeah, Majyck was a whole thing. Do you want me to tell them about what happened before the premiere, or
what happened before the premiere, Tom?
The Infinity Gauntlet incident.
Okay, I should. Right. This is my thing, so I should explain it.
So for some reason before the premiere, Maya decided that she wanted to have a thing. So I I have a replica Infinity Gauntlet, which is up there somewhere.
Yep, it's up there
currently.
somewhere up there.
And yeah.
May I explain this whole thing?
Yes, of course you
because
can.
it is my thing.
Yes,
so,
of course you can.
I never thought I'd have to say this on video, but yeah, just
you don't have to say it if you don't feel like it.
It's better I explain it because it ties into something later. Okay, look, everyone has a thing that they like in private, you know. I'm not going to talk about yours until you're ready to talk about yours. But mine, I'm not sure where it originated from, really, but I like thinking about what would happen if men could get pregnant and have babies and that kind of thing. So I decided to inflict that on some characters from our world. Yeah.
So this, so the whole thing was that I snapped the Infinity Gauntlet and then Grand Evil was pregnant for some reason.
Out of everyone I could have chosen, Grand Evil.
So, yeah, but anyway, Majyck had like a lot of songs in it as well. It had like 30 songs in it.
A lot of songs.
Yeah, so Majyck had a lot of songs in it. But
yes.
There we go.
And I sort of appreciated them a bit more than Tom did.
Yeah, Maya ended up liking Majyck a lot more than I sort of ended up doing.
Right, yes.
I look back on Majyck and I'm like, you know, but I don't know. I might remake it at some point. I don't know.
Maybe. Maybe they will be lesbians this time.
Maybe they will be. Ooh, who knows?
Okay, what's next?
Christmas is for everyone.
Right. So I think is this around the time I started doing Christmassy projects?
I think this was the first Christmas project.
Okay, so it's like a little thing that I used to do. I wrote a.
Also, I'm literally gonna have to let you explain this one because I can barely remember.
Okay, well I'll try and remember. I'll try and remember myself. I still have the old poster in my bedroom that I drew for it, and I still have the sheets with all of the lyrics for the songs on it. The instrumentals I got rid of. I don't know why, but okay.
We also had a song called Relight the Fire in there. Which
it's not Relight My Fire, which is a whole different thing.
It's Relight The Fire, so it's different.
Thank you, Tom. Right. He's so funny. Anyway, so Christmas is for Everyone was around the time that the pregnant thing was going on. So it wasn't just Grand Evil, it was also his brother Grandman.
They were all pregnant in it, I remember.
Yeah, because I drew him on the poster pregnant.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that.
So sorry. For some reason, Slappy was in this one. Don't know why. Just stuck him in there. And there was Christmas Maya, who was basically just like Maya, but the Ghost of Christmas Present. Maya
had a lot of different versions of herself that she ended up making.
Yeah, instead of focusing on this one.
Yeah.
Yes, so Christmas is for Everyone. I can't remember how it started off, but the whole thing is there's this mayor character, and this mayor does not like Christmas. He doesn't like Christmas. And so he does something, I'm not sure what, and then we have to go to these different places and try and bring back Christmas cheer. So one was this village, and there was a girl called Ida. I remember that.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Ida.
Yeah, Ida. Yeah, so she had a whole song, we helped her. And then we went to the Lava Kingdom to meet the Lava King.
Yeah. And
yes.
Do we have a script for Christmas?
Oh no, for this one I wrote the songs and then we improvised the rest of the thing.
This was the thing that we did a couple of times over.
Yes. We're quite good at improv, aren't we?
We are. It's one of our favourite things.
Yes, so eventually we do that. Ida and the Lava King have a thing. I don't know, and then we find out the mayor doesn't like Christmas because his family wouldn't let him celebrate Christmas. So it's the classic: if I can't have Christmas, then you can't.
No one can.
No one can. So in the end, everything turns out well. That's all I remember. That's it.
Yeah,
That's
fair
it.
enough. I can't remember much from this one either.
I mean, at least Tom was in it though.
Yeah. Right, we're into 2019 now.
Oh boy.
3 of a kind.
Okay, so this one's completely gone. This one's completely gone.
There is no remnants of it anywhere.
The whole thing was I was premiering it to Tom in his parents' bedroom, and then his brother was like, "Oh, you can't be in there." So then I was like, "Oh, okay, and screw it then. I won't do it."
Yeah. So then instead of like I don't know like premiering it in like my bedroom or whatever, she was just like,
yeah. So basically, the story that got inspired by me playing Pokemon Go with my brothers was just gone.
Yeah.
That was it. I can't remember much about it. There were 3 people in it. There was a betrayal at one point. I don't know. That's it.
Yeah, I can't remember much about it either.
Neither can I.
Because again, it's all gone.
It's completely gone.
And the thing is as well, Maya wrote it very, very quickly. Like
I did.
In the span of about just over a week or so, wasn't it?
I'm sure later you'll find something that I wrote even quicker.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Quick.
Yeah, it was very, very quick. But
okay, what's
there we
next?
go.
What's
right,
next?
The O Catastrophe.
The first official scripted are brilliant. Okay. We're not counting Three of a Kind because I got rid of the script. This was the first thing I wrote. I think it was during Bugsy Malone rehearsals, actually, that I was, like, typing this thing the first time.
I think so, yeah.
Because we also did Oliver together.
Yeah, it was going back previously. It was the Oliver rehearsals that the Voice Factory.
Yeah, so the Bugsy Malone rehearsals was when I started doing this one. So it was a concept I had in my head for a long, long time of, oh, what if my characters came into the real world? Because, you know. And the whole thing, that started off a whole era of projects where my characters were real and they all went, Maya, we all love you.
Maya,
we love you so much.
We're going to see this all come crashing down in about a year's time.
Fun. And yes, of course, I kept in the pregnant thing. And we all went to White Acres because my family got kidnapped by a guy called Octavius O. Now, he's a...
So back, I suppose we should probably explain the origins of Mr. O.
Oh, okay. So yeah.
So back when we were at school, back when we were at secondary school, one of me and Maya's first things that we did together was that every break time we ended up coming up with a made up radio station called Tom and Mya FM.
Yes.
And because of the fact that Maya was leaving, we basically ended up making like a finale thing for it. And then this whole thing was this dude called Mr. O.
Yes, and he was gay for Tom.
Yeah, and Bill Syfe was in there as well.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, Alex Hirsch. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And we got our friend Esme involved in it.
Yeah. Esme. Hi, wherever you are. Hello. As well. Hi.
Yes.
And then so.
And then later on, I invited Tom on a family picnic, and we ran into Octavius again.
And then he proceeded to get trapped in a room with CinemaSins for the rest of his life.
Yes.
Which is no longer canon in any way, shape or form. But there we go.
There we go.
Yeah. Anything else to add to the O Catastrophe?
That's it. Well, I stuck Lin-Manuel Miranda in it. My friend Charisse again was in it with her. Crushed the script from Be More Chill.
Oh yeah. Forgot about that.
All my crushes were there, of course, and Tom was pushed to the side, like
As
he
always.
does a lot. I'll rectify this later, don't worry.
Yeah.
There were songs that most of which have been lost.
Every song, because we're gonna see that this is one of a few different trilogies that Maya has. Every song,
I like trilogies.
Every song that Maya has had from this trilogy outside of the last part of the trilogy is gone. There is.
Yes, though I still vaguely remember one that Dark Maya Silencer and Blood I sang when they sing "We'll Be There."
I have no recollection of this at all.
That's fine. So in the end, I save everyone. Big deal. There's a fake out where Octavius pretends to kill my family, and I get angry like, "Oh, you killed my family!"
And then the whole thing ends up being that Octavius basically just wanted to do it because he wanted to give you an adventure.
Yeah. So even the villain of the story was liking me.
Yeah.
Yes. Anyway, let's move on.
You know what comes next, don't you?
Oh, please no.
Did you want to talk about it?
Is it what I think it is?
Yes.
Okay, right, so the trilogy continues, because I decided to make this a trilogy. So we continue on a few months after the O Catastrophe finished, and now we're honing in on the pregnancy storyline, okay? The whole thing is about the pregnancies now.
So Maya's now trying to justify, like, it's actually a really deep story about all of this different stuff. Oh,
literally, I remember us saying that.
Yeah, no. She literally had like a whole message justifying it.
The whole thing is just basically me trying to help Grand Man and Grand Evil, and also the General, by the way.
Pirate Man, we envisioned being played by David Tennant for some reason.
Yes, Grand Man, we're thinking Benedict Cumberbatch or Colin Firth.
Yeah, and then Grand Evil is
Jeremy Irons.
Jeremy Irons.
So sorry to all of you guys. I'm so sorry. Basically it's like a little time skip, and I'm just like, no, I don't know if I can do this. I'm not a midwife. I don't know what I'm doing. And then just going, Maya, it's okay. You're gonna be fine. That's the whole thing.
We forgot the best part though.
The best part.
At the end of the Glow of Devotion.
What happens at the end?
Somebody comes down and says thank you to you.
Oh yes, I got thanked by God. Yeah, I put in the script that God said, "Thank you, Maya, you're amazing." God, like actually God.
I think the line is like something like, "Thank you, Maya, you will be remembered."
You'll be remembered in heaven for years to come, or
literally.
something. Yes, that should tell you how much was going on in my life that night. Yeah.
Yes.
So to combat that,
so
you did something, didn't you?
You know what? You've told your thing. I might as well. I've got a thing for balloons for some reason. It started off as a phobia, and then a lovely lady named Christine ended up helping me through it. If by some chance Christine is also watching this, hi. Hope you're doing well. You're amazing. Keep being amazing.
Please do.
But I basically decided, since Maya's putting her thing into projects, I'm going to combat it by putting my thing into a project. But the fact
his thing for balloons, not his thing.
No. But the whole thing is that I don't know. I sort of struggle with like actually writing stuff that's like sort of pleasing to me. So. Yeah, but basically it ended up being like this adventure that like took place during the Glow of Devotion, and it starred me and Sasha, who
Silencer again.
Yeah, who we'll learn later is the group of sort of one of 3 characters that ended up getting like mad like crushy on.
Yes. I was very personally offended when Tom said he had a crush on Sasha.
I remember that.
Yeah, I remember that.
I think I was literally going back through the message, and your first thing was like what, or like a question mark and an exclamation mark, and then now she's.
I'm a lot more lax about it.
Yeah, nowadays she's chill with it.
Yes.
Yeah, it was me and Sasha. Tracking down like the balloons for the baby shower for.
Yes, because Tom really did get sidelined in the Glow of Devotion. Just shows up at the end. That's it.
So then and then we end up going to see Christine to like go.
Go in your mind palace.
Yeah,
really.
go in like my mind like palace. And there's a dude called like Musical Tom, whose whole thing is like, oh, I've got a new song idea. Woo. So then that was kind of the entire thing. Of that, I'm gonna get some more lighting. Okay, Google, turn on the lights.
Yes, he's got a Google system. Oh, there we go, Majyck.
There you go.
Majyck.
Oh, Majyck. So the Glow of so party time was taking place during the Glow of Devotion.
Yes.
And then Time Man ends up getting a lady friend.
Yes, because Tom promises that he'll get Time Man a lady friend if he helps.
Yeah.
Of course, he can't contain himself by the end of it.
No. So I mean, chances are like if we're going by like old like cartoon logic, it's probably just like Time Man, but just with like big like bosoms and then
and massive eyelashes, massive lips,
and
long
she's
hair.
Like, yeah, and Time Man's like, oh.
Yes, because he's played by Simon Pegg in our mind anyway.
Yeah. So we continue on with things.
Yes.
Elizabeth's Wonderland.
Oh boy, here goes. So, if you don't know, Elizabeth was going to be the name I picked for my daughter. That's not happening now.
She's going to come back later, don't worry.
Oh, God.
God help us.
God help us. Right, so Elizabeth's Wonderland was basically, I can't remember, because I'm sure Marigold was my fourth one.
It must have been. I don't know. I've not really got.
Elizabeth's Wonderland was the last musical I wrote when I was back at Queen Mary's. Because a very nice music teacher called Simon agreed to print all of them out. I don't know. Well, thanks, Simon.
We're going to see Simon come back later, don't worry.
Oh, don't tell me you got that one as well. So, okay, fine. Right, so, back to this.
It's this one like Michael Rosen video, and he's like talking about this time like he went to Australia and there was like a spider in the toilet, and he does the thing, like, right, open the door. That's why it's like, it's looking. We go,
yeah, we both really love Michael Rosen.
Yeah, we're a big fan of Michael Rosen. If he's watching this somehow,
oh my God.
please get in contact with me, please. I'd love to meet you. I'd love
just to meet. Don't worry. He's not going to make you say nice.
Say it. Getting sidetracked.
We're not going to do that.
No.
Sorry.
Elizabeth's Wonderland.
Sorry. So Elizabeth is my fake daughter who I self-project on. Yes, Tom's in this one. That's where he's in this one.
Except I wasn't, because I got replaced by Daniel because of the whole thing.
Yes, long story short, during COVID we broke up and I ended up just replacing Tom with Daniel, which is ironic because his middle name is actually Daniel.
It's
so
literally Daniel.
Yes.
So it didn't matter. Really.
It didn't matter.
I also had a whole idea. I don't know whether this is going to come true at any point.
Go on.
Where like Daniel like replaces me.
Oh
and
yeah, that's
stuff.
a really good idea, by the way.
And then everything's like really like off and stuff, and like I'm like trapped in like a whole like facility thing. That's a whole other thing. Elizabeth's Wonderland. We're getting sidetracked.
I'm sorry. Okay, we're both autistic. Sorry. Okay. Right. So Elizabeth, she's in school. The first song's actually a banger. Okay, fantastical day. Brilliant.
A fantastical day.
Day.
Maya did a really good job on these songs for like literally no reason. Like the songs in this one are so good. Like I'm not even kidding you.
So Elizabeth's at school. She's getting bullied. Simple plot. Tom/Daniel is an inventor. He invents a portal. Elizabeth falls into the portal and she ends up meeting the general and his son Stevenson that he gave birth to. And of course, Grandman and his son Jacob, who he gave birth to. And they're fighting over conditioner. That's a whole other thing that's happened. Aussie Moist specifically.
I think the whole thing came because like we were talking about like how like Grandman probably has really long hair because he's been around since like the start of the universe.
Yes.
And like the General has really long hair because like he's a pirate and he's been around for like a very very long time.
And he doesn't cut his hair.
And so like the both of them end up basically getting in a fight over conditioner. And then we were looking up like the most expensive conditioner on Waitrose, and we found Aussie Moist on there. And so we were like, yeah, Aussie Moist must be the most expensive conditioner. So that was a whole thing. Yes.
So Elizabeth meets them. She goes on a bit of a pirate tour. There's a whole song about that. And then this character comes along that will come back later to the Shadower.
Shadower, yes.
Shadower. So she's like, I'm going to cover your world in shadow. You need to grow up. I think I should have listened to Shadower at that point. Probably. So there's a whole other thing. Elizabeth's like, oh no, what are we going to do? And then Dark Iron Silencer come back. They do a dance called the Demon Dazzle.
They beat Shadower by dancing.
Yeah, there's a whole dramatic bit where the portal closes and Elizabeth's trapped and like Shadow's like, you need to grow up, and she's like, no, I don't want to.
Yeah, and then there's a banger of a song at the end called Create Your World.
Yeah.
The actual song itself is a banger, but then the lyrics are just like a bit like...
Yes, there's a bit when Sasha says, amazing you.
Amazing you!
Yeah, sucking my own dick. That's,
Yeah, literally. Again, like we say, self-projection stuff was...
Self-projection was massive.
Crazy stuff back then. Right.
What now?
Marigold. Oh, Marigold, you've come back finally.
Thank you again. So Marigold was my attempt at a fairy musical.
She got inspired because I did Majyck, and then Maya was like, oh, I want to do that.
Yeah.
And it's one of the only things that we're going to see for a long while that doesn't have Maya in it, but she has Maya as a fairy pretty much. But...
Yeah, Marigold's pretty much just me put into the fairy.
Yeah.
Okay, so Marigold is a fairy in a fairy kingdom where they drink and they do all this adult stuff and they have sex probably. And she's not like them because she reads books and she's a nerd. She wants to fit in.
You fucking nerd! No, nerdy crews must die. If you've never seen that, you need to watch it. It's a great musical. Yes. Anyway,
so Marigold is like, oh no, what am I gonna do? And there's this whole bit. Basically, this whole musical is a story, a concept that was good, but wasn't handled right.
And then the second half happens, which is like just completely disconnected.
Complete gobbledygook.
Yeah.
Because the first half ends in a quite serious way where Marigold's at a bar and these two pixies called Oak and Pine take advantage of her and then basically just like take her home and
rape her, basically.
Yeah, way to be blunt, Tom. Way to be blunt.
Yeah.
And then that doesn't really get addressed, and at the end they're kind of like redeemed, which is really not good.
No.
And then there's this secret villain who's also Marigold's dad. Tom was not impressed with the plot twist one bit.
I literally got it so early on.
He got it so early.
Because what we forgot to mention with Majyck is that there's also a plot twist in there, because Dark Majyck was basically... spoiler warning! Basically, Dark Majyck was originally Chief Elderwish's wife, and she was a girl called Carla. And then she saw like what humans were, and she was like, "Oh no, I don't like this. They're not good." So then Chief Elderwish had to end up like sealing her away, and then Majyck is actually Dark Majyck's like daughter and stuff, and plot twist. Whoa!
So of course I wanted to get on that as well, but I didn't do it as well. I mean, Definitely not as well as a couple of people. Anyway.
Reese and Steve.
You don't have to bring them up now. They're not going to watch this, let's be frank.
Yeah.
Okay, next one.
Right. You know what time it is.
Okay, so, speaking of...
Remember that Simon guy we talked about earlier?
I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do.
I'm sure you do!
Thank you. Oh, not him. No, we're not talking about that guy. Okay. This is getting crazy. Okay.
I know.
So, this whole thing was me being like, oh, I want to write a Disney story. And I wonder who's going to be the protagonist. Oh, Simon. And I wonder who's going to be his love interest. Oh, me!
Oh, I wonder.
Me! So yeah, that was my attempt at writing a Disney film. There was this thing where music was banned from the kingdom, and if the kingdom was like shattered, a dragon man would come along and destroy everything.
Who on earth was a dragon man?
Flamescale.
Right, okay.
Oh, I still have the song sheets for that. I still have the script for that.
But no actual songs have remained.
Yes, well, they're in the script. I can probably pick them up. So yeah, and at the end, of course, in conjunction with most of my projects, me and Simon get married.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, I showed him the drawings of the characters, and he said, "Oh, I'm going to show my daughters that." Yeah, so
we're gonna see throughout these projects, marriage kind of becomes like a recurring.
I like writing in marriage.
Maya's
I
a big
like
fan
it.
of marriage. Right. Next up, RainbO. So,
Hey!
Octavius O.
He's gay.
Yeah.
We know.
So his whole thing is he's gay and he's got like a massive crush on me for some reason. We wrote it.
He has a massive crush on a lot of people.
So yeah. So then we were coming up with a show called Eckett House. Don't worry, we're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to Eckett House. But,
boy.
But there was gonna be an episode of it called RainbO. Which was spelled like an O,
Yes.
and the whole thing is that it was gonna. I can't even remember what the whole thing. The
whole thing was that Octavius, he is a horrible king.
Yes,
Okay.
awful,
Horrible to the point he did a Macbeth and he killed his own parents.
He kills his own parents, and it's like, oh, my mum and dad are dead. Oh, it's such a shame.
But then he just has this big dilemma of, oh, should I come out to my kingdom? Which shouldn't be the first thing that crosses this guy's mind.
No.
Dr. Ranj is in it. Sorry, Dr. Ranj.
And he's got a song called Ranj's Advice.
Yeah, where he does a tap break, which is just basically me tapping on my keyboard.
Yeah.
And
we're going to see another much better tap break later on.
And yes, and then yes, I know what you're talking about, right? Okay, and so basically on the advice of Ranj, he's like trying to come out, and then Tom comes along and he's like, "Oh, I'm gay." Octavius is like, "Really?" No, he's not gay. He's
No,
gay.
but
We're both bi.
We're both bi.
And so Tom and Octavius shack up together. So that was that.
Yeah. Is that all we're gonna say for RainbO?
Yeah, that's all I can think of.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I can't think of anything.
Okay.
Right.
What's next?
Well, Halloween of 2019.
Oh, here we go.
And Maya's getting obsessed with this thing called Circus Wonderland. We take it to this circus, and it's because it's like
I should preface, it wasn't Circus Wonderland. It was a clown in the circus called Mr. Pophole, who also was gay.
Who's also gay.
But the other clown in the circus.
But don't worry, we're gonna see that come back later. So then I have this whole thing where like I'm like sitting there one night and I'm like, oh, wouldn't it be like really creepy if he was like standing in like the corner of my room or something? And he was like, yeah, I'm better than you, yeah.
Yes.
So then we get to a project named Broken Heart,
Yes.
Broken Dreams.
The whole thing for this, sorry to cut in.
Yeah.
The whole thing for this was that Tom was like, hey, what if we do a little challenge that we each write a Halloween project? I did mine in a day.
Hers was called Twisted Reality.
Yeah.
You can explain.
You were a severed head in that one.
Yeah.
The whole thing was there was a song from the Steven Universe movie, and Tom kept singing it, and I was really annoyed for some reason.
Literally just annoyed at me singing this song. Yeah. So
that was the whole thing. There, it was just me going into an alternate world where Tom was just a decapitated head. That's it.
There was a couple of songs in there, but they've
songs they're gone.
Also
they're
gone.
Yes.
You
can talk about
Broken Heart, Broken Dreams. So yeah, so the whole thing is basically like a never-ending nightmare of me basically just being tormented by like Maya's like different like crushes and stuff like that.
He was trying to tell me something.
Yes. So I'm basically being like just tormented by like Maya's like crushes and stuff like that, and you know, there's some really like gruesome, grisly bits in there. And then Baldy from Baldy's Basics.
Hi.
Welcome to my schoolhouse. Now it's time for everybody's favorite subject, math. I can't believe it. You're incredible. And I've actually gotten really back into that game recently. So Baldy was like, I thought that like Maya was gonna get a crush on this guy for whatever reason, but she didn't. So Baldy ends up being like the one who's like kind of like saved me from this nightmare, and he's like and he's like got this like really like long hair now, and he's like and he's like, you know, fighting like all of like the nightmares and stuff off, and this is a whole thing. And then like the whole project ends with like this monstrous version of Maya. And then it does the whole horror movie thing of like, it seems like everything's okay, and then oh no, Popo's still in the corner. Oh no, I'm not.
Yes, and the whole thing I think Tom was trying to say was that I prioritised my crushes over him. And what did I take away from that, Tom?
I should get a crush on Baldy now.
Yep.
We shit you not, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
Yeah. So Broken Dreams and Twisted Reality. Charisse also would end up making a thing as well.
Yes.
But yeah, that's a whole other thing.
Yes, and I wrote a song for that called "This Is Not You," and
this doesn't have to be you. This can't be all that you do.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What's next?
So I had a really silly idea for a title for a thing.
Yes.
And I just said to Maya, you know how we did Christmases for Everyone last year?
Yes.
Wouldn't it be silly if we did like a pantomime this year and we called it The Jacksons and the Beanstalk?
Because Roy and Andy Jackson.
Yeah. So so Jacksons and the Beanstalk.
Yeah, so once again, this was another one where I wrote the songs. Well, actually, Tom had a song too.
I had a song.
Because he was the pantomime dame.
Yes.
Dame Paw.
Yes.
Really, really good job, by the way.
Thank you.
And basically, I wrote the songs and we improvised the rest of the story. This was in his parents' bedroom. We had characters like Game Show Host Man and Game Show Host Girl. They've got their own laws.
They've got.
So we had them as the giants. We had another guy called Damien, who we called Trombone Guy. So he was a talking trombone.
Literally, the entire thing was that it was a stupid ass like one-off bit that we had in like a couple of projects.
Yes, where he'd come and play the complete wrong song. And then like so that's why if you listen to the song The Devilish Pair from Shadow Returns, there's a trombone cuts in and starts playing Make a Deal with Me from Tom Mya the musical.
Yeah, exactly. And then if you listen to Sign on the Dotted Line, then you'll hear him, you know, start playing like The Devilish Pair or whatever.
Yes.
You know, so it was this whole gang, and then Maya made it into a whole like person basically.
Yes, and then also we had a character called Princess RainbO Sprinkles.
Yeah, who was
literally like an inflatable pool
unicorn.
Toy.
Yeah.
Who we rode on top of at one point.
Yes, which was very, very fun.
Yeah, especially because Tom likes his inflatables.
Yeah, well, yeah, I like balloons, so it goes to figure that I also like inflatables as well.
That was fun.
It was fun, and again, like Christmases for Everyone, that was sort of just completely improvised as well. I think I had like here's Johnny. But
you did.
I can't quite remember, but there
we do have a character called Johnny.
Yeah, Johnny Updog. Right. 2020.
Oh boy, I know what's coming.
Right, but first off, the tales of Princess Maya and Prince Tom.
Oh, so this this series never came to fruition, but I did a theme tune for it, which is on the channel.
Yeah,
and also a song that it was really bad. It was very bad.
Maya basically, her whole justification for it was that like she wanted to make the song like simpler because it was like a kids show.
But that doesn't mean the songs have to be
look how many good kids shows there are with like amazing songs to it.
So the whole thing was he was a prince, I was a princess. There were characters from other things plucked here and there. There was a Prince Michael of Wales who were
We'll get to that.
Michael. You'll see which Michael it is later. And there was also a guy in there called Yuga, who Tom met as a Paul.
So back when I was in Cyprus, back when Maya was working on the Voice Factory, there was this dude on there was like this lifeguard on like the water slide bit that they had there called Yuga. And for whatever reason, I just had like the biggest crush on him. I was just like, oh, Yuga Daddy, oh.
I endorsed it.
I have no idea if he's going to find this video nowadays, but Yuga, I hope you're doing well. Call me May. Yeah. So,
nice.
yeah.
Okay.
Anything else to say on Tales of Princess Maya and Prince
Not
Tom?
really, there's not a lot left of
No,
it. Just like a character design booklet with little cook in it and Podbudus from Efteling. I don't know why.
Oh, I forgot about Pardos being in it.
Yeah, he was in it, and Spinell was in it. Fluttershy was in it. Dr. Range was in it again.
Yes, of course.
And Mr. Bloom, which is where
Maya was really trying to force a thing between like me and like Dr. Range.
I thought it was destiny.
Yeah.
He's seeing him now.
Yeah, I'm actually seeing him in the pantomime or whatever. Right.
Is it time?
No, it's you know what time it is.
Oh, Mirrored Madness. Oh,
Peeing in a bush.
Yeah. So, Mirrored Madness was... Not you again, go away. Sorry, if he comes back again, tell us. Okay.
If you see a stream of piss running along the floor towards us, then I would get out as soon as you can.
Yeah, you do not want to meet the guy in the piss, okay? You really don't.
That's a whole other story for another time.
Mirrored Madness, it was another project with me, Tom, and my friend Charisse. The whole thing was that Game Show Host Man got hold of a gender swapping device from a man called Brian Butterfield, who is played by Peter Serafinowicz.
One and only Peter Serafinowicz.
Great guy, love him. If he goes on tour again, please can we see you?
Please, Peter Serafinowicz.
So yes, Game Show Host Man, also known as Gregory, he gets this device and he basically swaps our genders. So I'm now a man, Tom's now a girl.
And one of the only things that we can remember from this project is the fact that Maya has a bit where she's peeing in a bush.
Yes, because for some reason I think that's cool to do as a guy. I wouldn't know.
That's it.
Tom said it's just like regular peeing, so
it literally is just in it.
And there was a bit when Tom still gender swapped punched Game Show Host Man in the face. Don't know why.
Yeah, and I can not remember much else.
Neither can I.
No. So
Let's move on.
Is
it time now?
Spread those wings.
Oh, so remember Prince Michael from earlier? You remember that? Yeah. Yeah, I bet you do. So that's actually Michael Sheen.
Hello.
Hello. So yes, the whole thing there was that I was struggling to get a job, and also it was COVID, and it was horrible.
So Maya's like, I'm off to Wales, where sadness never fails. Also, the songs for this project were really stinking good, and I really don't know why. Like, there's like the opening song is called "My Message to You," and it's really good. And then there's also a reprise of it as well, which is also surprisingly good. There's one in there called "Never Give Up," which is just like really nice. Yeah, spread those wings. Tell them about spread those wings.
So the whole story of that is I feel like I'm letting everyone down, which is a common theme in these things. So I decide instead of facing my problems, I'll run off to Wales and find Michael Sheen. Thank you, Tom. So I get on a taxi, the taxi breaks down. I meet this Welsh granny and her grandson, or is it son? I can't remember. Doreen and Oscar. I still have their designs.
Yeah.
And so Doreen sings Never Give Up because we're stuck in a car. And there's a sheep on the road because it's Wales. And then basically I somehow roll out of the car into a field, and then I have a song called Dream of Sheen, which is just me singing about how much I love Michael Sheen.
Yeah, and then she actually goes to see Michael Sheen.
Yeah, because it turns out that by pure coincidence, Doreen and Oscar live next door to him.
Wow!
Pure coincidence.
Who would have thought?
And then Michael sings a song called Spread Those Wings. And the funny thing is, when I did that song, one Christmas, Tom actually bought me a cardboard cutout of Michael Sheen. And I would get that out and I would practice with him. Just in my bedroom.
Yeah.
And then it ends, and then there's a big party, and there's a song called "Bring Some Joy into Your Life,"
which is also really catchy. Like genuinely, I love "Bring Some Joy into Your Life." It's genuinely so good. The songs for that thing had no right to go as hard as they did.
Yeah, what usually happens is I write banger songs, but the story lacks.
Yeah.
Is it time now?
Journey to Wonderland.
No, so we're back to the whole
on the same day actually, because there was 3. You remember the triple premiere, Maya?
Oh, I remember what the other one is next then.
Yes. So
okay.
So Spread Those Wings was done first, and then there was another project called Journey to Wonderland. Remember Circus Wonderland? Remember Popo?
I'm sure they do. So this was another classic example of instead of facing my problems, I run away from them.
Maya literally named it the Maya Runs Away trilogy.
There was another one.
We'll get to that. Don't worry, we'll get to that.
I can't remember much of that one, but we'll talk about that.
We'll get to that.
So, Journey to Wonderland is basically I run off to join Circus Wonderland because my life's so boring and dull. I need to join a circus to fulfill my life. And so Tom wakes up and finds a note, and he's like, "Damn it, Maya, you've run away." And then he goes on a road trip with a clown version of me called Carla.
Yes.
She's in her own character now, got her own story.
Yeah,
she's really sweet.
Carla's very, very cool.
And I'll be frank, the Tom and Carla plot was more interesting than my plot.
Also, another thing I'd like to bring up for this section, I literally had to like say to you like, hey, you should have a song where like you kind of don't succeed in the circus at first.
Yes, and so I translated that into Popole singing to me like, oh, it's okay, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine.
But literally though, like in the if I hadn't said anything, then it would have literally just been like you like being perfect.
It would have. Tom gives our stories plot. He gives it conflict, and I love that about him.
Yes.
So he's on a road trip. They go to the fun fair. They go to the beach. Andy comes back again.
Yeah.
They play with balloons, which are really nice.
Of course,
they go to a trampoline park.
Yeah.
They also go under the sea at one point.
Yeah.
That never gets addressed again.
No. There was gonna be a project called Between the Sea and Sky, and it was gonna have me and Carla in. And I can barely remember anything about it.
Which is okay.
Yeah.
So at the end, Tom comes along, and then we have a duet together.
And then the whole thing ends with a Circus Wonderland theme because Maya's staying there.
Yes, I don't endorse them now because I know what they did to Popole and Keiko.
Yes.
All right, you know what you did.
You know what you did.
We're
Coming for you.
Anyway.
Ground Clock Day.
So this was the third one. So this one is quite special. Yes, and it also introduces one of my favourite characters.
Yes.
Okay, right, so let's get into it. Ground Clock Day was the first project I did with no songs in it. It was just music.
What?
That's right. No songs.
Incredible.
It was just instrumental music tracks. So I made Time Man pregnant because of course I did. So Simon, I would never do that. Okay.
I think the craziest thing here now I'm looking at it is like how much the pregnancy actually like creeped into like all the different projects and then
it has.
And then like the party time was just its own like thing.
Yeah.
Like it was literally in one project and then
okay. So Time Man has a daughter called Katie, who for some reason I made hot. For some reason I don't know.
We don't know why.
Don't know why. So Katie's living there with all the other children from all the other things, and they're like, "Hey, you should listen to the recordings that your dad did when he was pregnant," because Tom used to do that for me. He used to pretend to be different characters going through pregnancy, and he used to record the
I was just like I just really wanted Maya to pay me back, and eventually she did, and then that
like, I make him balloon videos.
Yes, and then that eventually translated into a character who's game show host man's sister called Hazel.
Yes.
She's got a whole thing.
She has a lot going on.
Yes.
Yes. So in Ground Clock Day, Katie finds her father's tape recorder, and she believes that her father didn't want her.
Yeah.
Boo-hoo. And so she gets really, really upset about that. There's a whole track where it's literally just...
There's a song called Outburst, and it's 7 seconds long, and it is the funniest thing to me, because it's literally like...
It was meant to represent her getting angry. It didn't translate.
It's just like, on its own, it's so funny.
Okay, now we get into somebody that I cannot wait to explain.
Right, go on, explain Starman to the lovely boys and girls.
Oh, he just name dropped him. Damn it. Okay, right. Yeah. Starman. So, we had a Master of Universe, we had a Master of Evil and Time.
Good, evil.
Good, evil.
Time. And I was like, we haven't got a Master of Space.
So, yes, so that's how Starman came to be. And Starman, he lives in his own place. He lives in an observatory up in the sky. So he's basically telling Katie, "Oh no, Katie, you should look further into the recordings because your dad did want you." And that's how he talks. Back to Reese again. Right. So eventually Katie's like, "Okay, fine, I'll listen." And the recording's like, "Oh no, I did want you, Katie." And then everything resolves itself. Starman comes back to visit. And then
Starman ends up staying with them or something.
And Starman ends up staying with them.
Yeah.
Starman's Reese Shearsmith, by the way.
Yeah.
Get that.
And then there's Starman's theme in there, which Maya loves a lot.
I've never stopped playing that on piano, and it's going to be part of another thing I'm doing.
We'll get to that. Don't worry.
Okay. Is it time now?
Villains Remastered.
Oh, so basically, this is when I took the old villains and just recorded it again.
Because we never actually got a full recording of the original villains.
No.
Because it was literally, if I remember, it was back at my old house, And it was literally just you like playing it on piano, and we never got like full recordings.
Yeah, so we had it with different instruments.
Yeah.
And Tom made the videos very nice.
Yeah. There was some recordings of classic villains, as I uploaded with a couple of videos called Villainous Demos. But like that's literally all I had. If I had more, then I'd upload them. But that's literally all I've got.
Yes, but I'm glad. Luckily, we remastered it. Sasha and Scorcher now have a duet called Love on Fire. There's a medley of all the songs that I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because villains were better.
Yeah. With just more instruments and.
Yes. And there was going to be an album called Heroes, which had like heroic people. And basically, I said, "Oh, Tom, you should write your song because it's you."
We'll get to that when we get to Heroes.
Nice one. Okay.
The heat and cold of love.
Oh God, I forgot that.
I told you.
Okay.
I told you.
Right, time to explain this whole thing. So, Heat and the Cold of Love. I bet you're thinking, how did you get that title, Maya? Well, there was there was a Rankin Bass Christmas film called A Year Without a Santa Claus, and actually, I'm going to blame Tom for this because he sent me the bloody song.
We'll see this theme recur a bit later as well, don't worry.
And so he introduced me to Snow Miser and his brother Heat Miser.
We've been talking for like an hour.
We have been talking for an hour. Not to worry, guys.
No.
You're still there, aren't you?
Yeah.
It's fine, you're fine. So I decided to write a project where Snow Miser and Heat Miser fight over me, and that's all I remember.
You became the Princess of Autumn at the end.
And I became the Princess of Autumn, yes.
At the end, from what I remember.
That's right.
I'm Mr. White Christmas, I'm high on crack, I'm going to prison and never coming back. They call me Crack Miser, whatever I tell.
Yeah, so Snow Miser became a thing.
Yeah, so, yeah.
That was all that was.
Right. And then Maya tells me in just 4 days after lockdown, she wants to break up with me.
Bad move on my part.
And she's like, oh, can I at least show you, the final part of the Maya Runs Away trilogy first? So she sends it to me in voice note form, and we get The Last Time.
That's what it was called.
Yes.
Oh, I forgot what it was called. So in this one, I've ran to Wales, I've ran to the circus, and in this one, I run to see BBs. Because I also really like watching CBB. I know I'm 24, screw you.
Yeah, she might be going to see Justin Fletcher next year. We'll see,
I am.
We'll see what happens.
I'm going to meet him. I'm going to meet Justin Fletcher, the king of kids television.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, he's in this thing. And so the whole thing is that Tom and Popo and Michael are trying to stop me running away.
Hello!
Hi again, Michael. And Tom's annoyed with me. I remember that because I put that in because of course she would be.
Well, yeah.
And there's a whole thing where I had a song called Rose Tinted Glasses, and at the end I try and jump out of a window.
Yes.
But Justin Fletcher saves me.
Justin Fletcher stops you.
Say no to suicide, kids.
It's so stupid.
Yes, but that's all I remember from that. That's about it.
Fair enough, honestly. So yeah, then breakup happens. And then we get into the projects that Maya did on her own. So, so we have Embers of Vengeance. Embers of Vengeance gets its own thing, and then Maya's like, oh, I kind of want to do that. So we have Sorrows of the Past.
Yes, so it's basically what Tom did, but instead of things made me angry, it was things like
regrets.
Regrets, yeah. Except one called Me Only Me, which was like my attempt at an edgy breakup song. I don't need Tom. I'm by myself. I got what I wanted.
We'll see how well that goes later.
It goes about as well as you think. So there was one about Mr. Lester called what was it, like Display on Display on Display.
There was one called Broken Love.
Yes, that was it.
Empty Rooms, which again we'll talk about a little bit more later.
I did not do that justice.
Tape. The Monster. Yeah, I can't remember all of them.
That's fine.
My's requested they stay on Instagram and not on the channel, so
yeah.
I
if you want to see them, it's MyRacket25 on Instagram.
I thought it was My Music 25 that they were on.
They're also on my main one too. I made the music one literally after we broke up.
Yeah. If you want to see Me Only Me. Yeah.
You want to do that?
Yeah. So Sorrows of the Past happen.
Yes. Is it time now?
Oh God.
Is it time now? Tom, is it?
Oh,
oh golly, right. Odysseus.
So
Here we
back
go. Here we
when
go.
Maya was with me, she tells me about this idea that she has called Eckett House.
Dear Lord.
And basically the whole thing is that it's all of the children of all of her fictional crushes all going to the same school together.
Because I wanted to capitalise off of things like Monster High and Never After High, that kind of thing.
Yeah, so, Equestria Girls as well.
Equestria Girls,
probably.
yeah.
So that happens, and I end up like coming up with like all of the episode concepts and stuff. And
including RainbO, which we mentioned
Yeah,
earlier.
including RainbO. So then, and Maya does all the designs for it and stuff, and great, happy days. So then we break up. So then, you know, you'd think, oh, show's dead, you know, except it's not. So
yes, because when we broke up, it was sort of a thing of self-worth, but also I just wanted to do something for myself. So, of course, the only logical thing to do would be to take Eckett House myself, steal Eckett House, lick it like that, to put my friends and family in it instead of the teachers that Tom had picked, and roll out the show myself during lockdown. And
on its own account, which was basically just a bunch of black screen.
Black screen. I didn't know how to edit. Okay, I don't know. So it wasn't good. It was not good.
And the interesting thing is that basically, you sort of came towards the end of Eckett House, and I think
November time.
And Maya sort of started really rushing through the seasons. So I'm talking the start of November, season 4 came out, and then by the end of November, the whole show was wrapped up in season 5. So it was really, really fast.
Yes.
I think Maya sort of started realising.
Yes. Honestly, this could have its own separate video. Let's be frank.
But, yeah. Well, again, that was originally the plan, but then I was like, hey, why don't we do like a full video just talking about all of the projects outside of Eckett? So
perfect.
So then I end up basically. So I do this whole like Relight The Studios project, which there's a whole separate video.
A very good job, by the way.
And so basically I end up taking Eckett House, and I end up putting it up with new visuals and with a proper release schedule, and I end up putting it on Bandcamp, and I end up doing all of this stuff for it.
Yes.
However, the original project is just really flawed, and the fact is that a turd in really nice packaging is still a turd at the end of the day. And so the funniest thing is that with Eckett House is that basically Maya was using it as a way to get people to try and notice and try and care about her,
and to try and convince myself that I was good on my own, that I could figure things out. I was a big strong girl.
So, and basically what happens with Eckett House when I'm doing it is that the exact same thing basically ends up taking place, and I end up I am literally just looking at like my YouTube studio analytics like every night, basically just to see whether Eckett House has gotten any new views, like anything has happened, when it's literally a show that I hate. I literally hate it, like because of how rotten the foundations. The whole show is literally built on top of cheating.
It is.
It's literally built on top of cheating.
There's a lot to talk about. The characters, you can't really root for them at all. Some of the songs were all right.
Elizabeth is pretty much the self-insert of Maya.
Even though I put myself in it too.
Yeah, and then of course me as Daniel, of course. Basically just me with coloured hair.
Oh yes, and let's not mention what happened in season 4 when I had the whole story of I had an ex that was really like weird and.
And then the whole thing is that she makes out like I came to her house in the middle of the night. Or something.
Which of course he wouldn't, because that's silly.
No. Again, the closest that I ever got was that like after like we broke up, I had like a few like burner accounts.
Yeah, that's literally all. Yeah,
and then like Maya like texted me and was like, "Hey, can you stop?" And I was like, "Okay." And so I stopped.
Yes.
But again, like like she literally went on to try and make me look as bad as possible, basically. And this isn't even getting into empty rooms. So
yes. So basically,
do you want to explain it?
I mean, it's my song now.
Okay.
So empty rooms. There's this whole plot because for some reason I don't know why Tom really likes it when characters die in things.
it's good. It's good drama. Great.
It's good drama. So basically, he said, "Oh, I want these two kids to die," and I was like, "No." So much so that I hit my head on his wall.
Yes.
True story. And so eventually he was like, "Oh, write a song for the credits." And so I wrote Empty Rooms, and to my surprise, Tom really liked it.
I loved it. I loved it because the thing is, I was just expecting like a short little thing for the credits maybe, and what Mya gives me is just this absolutely excellent song called Empty Rooms, and I was just blown away. I was just absolutely blown away by it, and I think it was the first sort of time I ended up seeing like, oh my god, you can actually be a really good songwriter.
Yes,
when you want to be,
thank you.
And she made something, really powerful.
And then it came to actually putting it into the show, and I completely butchered it.
So the way it happens in Eckett House is that...
Yeah, so it is Roy and Papyrus's kids.
So it's supposed to be Roy and Papyrus singing the song.
Yes.
So what does Mya do? Well, she steals the song for herself, even though she was the one that wrote it, but she steals it for herself from those characters, and then she basically has it be at the funeral, so it's her playing those songs, and she mentions that it's a song that she's had for many years, so she's known her kids were going to die for many years, so then literally 5 minutes of like the funeral episode is just spent on Mya playing Empty Rooms at the piano. There's no further context to it or anything.
No.
It was just completely butchered in every sense.
And the funny thing was, in the end, that Maria was basically got turned into an alien, and she lost her memories, but she came back, and Tempest ended up being a ghost. So their deaths didn't even matter.
Nope.
Because I just didn't want them to die.
No, and it would have been okay because like I came up with the whole idea of like Maria like surviving, like with Mya,
name,
cool, and she was called Dave Marma.
Because if you mixed it round,
then it was Maria. But Mya was like, no, Tempest is a ghost, see, and it basically affects nothing. It affects literally...
Yes, and we were there when we watched the last few episodes and the specials, and it does not get better.
I don't know whether the premiere replay chat is still available on YouTube,
you'll be able to see us.
You'll be able to see us just shitting on Eckett House, basically.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think we've talked enough about this pile of trash.
Oh, God. Eckett House was genuinely one of the most miserable experiences of my life because of how I put so much pressure on it to basically just be to just make me feel like I was something more, because of a lot of other external stuff that had happened with me. So it was a show that died once when me and Mya broke up. It died twice when Mya posted it on Instagram and nobody cared about it because it was like just black screens or whatever. And it died thrice when it was on our YouTube channel because... Again, the product at the end of the day was still...
Please just scroll past all of the Eckett House episodes to the actual song content.
Unless you want to point and laugh. We'll get to the Rat King.
We'll get to him later.
Eckett House was... Eckett House was something.
Really was something.
It was just an excuse for me to try and feel big in myself, but... it wasn't born out of any love.
Are we done with Eckett House now, babe?
Yeah, we can stop talking about
Eckett House. God.
Vanessa's vacation!
Okay, so this was another power move by me, because Tom was going to do this, but instead I was like, oh, you've not got it done for ages.
You're taking too long.
Exactly. And so I decided, I'm going to write it myself. So Vanessa is the assistant to Grandman, Grandevil, all those people, and she basically never gets a holiday. Never.
No.
So at the beginning, Grandman's pregnant because still in a pregnant era, and he's like, you should take a vacation. And Vanessa's like, okay, where should I go? And she goes to hell.
Because ultimately the whole concept is that like Vanessa is, in a place that's like just so perfect like all of the time.
She really is.
So then she basically for a holiday she wants to go somewhere that's like not perfect.
Exactly.
You can continue telling this story. I'm going to switch the lamp on quickly.
Okay. So she goes to hell for vacation. And at this point, Tom is there as a waiter, because Tom and Vanessa had a thing, but now she's lesbian, so sorry.
Gay, straight, lesbians!
Not now, Ollie. We'll get to him later. And Octavia So shows up in drag. That's fun. And he keeps basically just trying to creep on Vanessa and Tom because he wants to be with Tom. And in the end, Vanessa comes back and she fixes everything. And she's like, I went on vacation, it was right, it was good. That was the whole thing of that.
That's pretty much.
Also, yes, Keanu Reeves was a bus driver.
Yeah, called Singing
on Roll.
Yeah,
yes.
literally. Right, heroes.
Okay, so this
we're not going in order here because this whole thing happened before me and Maya broke up.
It did.
So basically, Maya finished Heroes and stuff, and she was like, "Hey, you write your own song for Heroes?"
Because I felt it was right because it was Tom himself.
But again, the thing is that I'm not really somebody to be like, "Oh yeah, look at me! Oh, I'm great! I'm amazing! I'm made out of stone! Oh, look at me! I'm fantastic! Oh yeah!" So I ended up thinking to myself like, "Oh, what could my song be about?" So, and I was also listening to like a lot of Dream Theater and stuff at the time as well. And so I ended up sort of coming up with this idea of this big, like 15-minute long, like epic thing. I'm more basically just talking about like, you know, in general, like basically just overcoming your doubts and stuff, and you know, like, you know, having, you know, a bit of faith in yourself. And so I ended up coming up with a song called Blinding Light for it. And Maya's first reaction when she heard about the length was, "Oh, why have you made it longer? Do you think that you're better than me or something, you know?"
Actually, something I said.
Yeah. And then she heard it, and then she was like, "Oh, that's really good. Oh." And so, yeah, so Blinding Light happened, and then the rest of Heroes just never saw the light of day.
Yes, it was going to have like Grandman, a character called Ginger who has a lot of things going on.
A lovely man at a local frozen yogurt stand that we've got called Nick.
Yes, he's still there to this day.
He is. He's lovely man. If he ends up finding this somehow, hi Nick.
Hi Nick. Love your yogurt.
Yeah, very very nice. Shout out to Yogo Basingstoke. So yeah, Nick was going to be in there, and yeah, Heroes was a whole thing. I dread to think what your song was like for that thing.
I can't remember, and it was probably going to be like, "Oh, look at me, I'm Maya Eckett. Oh, look at me, I'm amazing. Yeah,
you look at me. Yeah." So yeah, and again, the only thing that remains from Heroes is like a drum beat and then like a couple of like melodies, because like Grandman was going to have like his song. It was going to be blue. Because
I thought he's very like articulated and like very organised, and that kind of fit with his vibe.
Yeah, so it was going to be like this arcade kind of sounding thing.
Yeah.
So yes, then that never happened.
That never happened.
And the songs there have never seen the light of day.
And they probably never will.
Sing a song, Zoo.
All right, so back on the musicals again.
We're jumping back around now. So this is post breakup. We're going to again now.
Yeah, so back around to post breakup. So me and Tom basically had the same idea of doing a musical about COVID.
Yeah.
But in the end, we both changed it.
Yes.
So I decided to ask Andy's now wife, Kat, and she said, "Oh, write something about a zoo." So I decided to sing a song, a zoo, which is a musical about this zoo. Can't remember the name of it. And
Green Tree, I think.
Green Tree, that was it, Green Tree. And the animal's really happy, but then they find out the zoo's going to get shut down. And they're all really scared. Oh no! The only one who doesn't care is Percival, who's a peacock. He's a
apparently he's a massive asshole.
And he's got these like ninja spiders. I don't know why they're called. I don't know why they're ninja spiders, but they are. And there's this panda who lives in the zoo called Pavarotti.
Wait, did you actually not make a self-insert in this one?
Oh my god, I didn't.
Oh my god!
I didn't make a self-insert.
Incredible.
That would have made me a furry, and So there's a panda called Pavarotti. You can guess he sings opera, and Percival feels threatened because Pavarotti's really good at singing, like it's really good. So he basically just like plummets his confidence, and then the whole second act of that musical is just them doing a concert with lots of different genres of music, and then there was
sweetie honey baby.
Yeah, I still love that one.
It's like a proper like doo-wop-y sort of song.
Yeah, musical theatre. There was like a more of an African beat for a lion character. There was the funky monkeys, they're basically just monkeys in disco gear.
Yeah, and then there was like a Zootopia gazelle. I'm not calling it Zootropolis. Fuck you for doing that, Disney. I'm not calling it Zootropolis. Right, that's a stupid ass name.
All right. Well, calm down.
I'm sorry. It's a stupid ass name. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I need to say that. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I need to say that.
Yeah, seriously, Disney, you're going down the drain.
You are. So yes, there was a gazelle song called Rule the Plains.
There was also a toucan that sang like a Brazilian kind of, and I actually went on Google Translate and translated it to Portuguese.
Yep.
And then for Pavarotti's, I actually translated it.
Portuguese. Portuguese.
And then I translated Pavarotti's one into Italian for the opera thing, Grande Mondo Luminoso. Yeah, I've said that right, sorry if you're Italian. And then the concert's a success. The animals are safe, Percival's pissed. There we go, that's the whole thing.
There you go, that's the musical.
That's my musical.
That's the musical. Pauline Tilbury, an exciting story.
Okay. So this one, lovely concept, all about my lovely nan, Pauline, who
Maya's very, very close with.
Very, very, yeah, see her every week. She's getting a bit forgetful nowadays, but basically I decided to write a musical about her because she's a character, she really is. So the musical takes place in her bungalow. She lives in a bungalow in the village I'm in, and she's with her husband John, who's very, very lovely, and their dog Moss, who sadly is not around anymore. He passed away a while ago. But Moss was a character too. He'd bark all the time. And so the whole thing here is that Pauline wants to throw a party because she throws a lot of parties.
Greatest party.
That's it. And so all of Overton hears about the party, and they decide to invite Michael Sheen. Because of course.
And also invite Michael Van Gogh.
Yes, he was a darts player that Nan. She sometimes she loves him, sometimes she hates him.
Yeah, depending on if he's winning or not.
Depending on if he's winning. So
yeah.
they get invited.
It's a very conditional relationship.
Yes. So they get invited along, and that also her children, who of course is my mum and her three brothers, Judd, Paul, and Lee.
And the craziest thing about this one is that Maya also gave herself a song in this one.
Yes,
called Game Time. And it literally, I kid you not here, it begins with this is the moment you've all been waiting for, or something like that.
Yep, still self-projecting quite hard.
Yep.
Even in my nan's own musical. But the rest of it's good. One of the songs was actually, I love this, it was called Master Baker.
Say that again.
Master Baker, because she bakes things, don't you know?
Totally
and there was a whole song about my uncle eating the cooking chocolate for the brownies, because that's true. Yes, Lee, you've done that, I know. And my uncle Judd,
you're really calling out Lee here.
I really am. Hello, of course, to Uncle Paul and Uncle Judd. Uncle Judd, which might write a musical about him. He's a himbo, all right.
Yes.
You're not going to know what that word means, Judd, but. I wrote a song about him having a feather bow at Christmas, and it's still on my head to this day. Yeah. So that's Pauline Tilbury, an exciting story. There was a lovely song towards the end that I wrote though, which will probably.
I think wasn't it like the greatest
Nan. Yeah. Yeah. So hopefully, but when the day does come, I don't want to think about it, but that'll be a nice tribute to my nan.
It will be. It really, really will be. But
yeah.
Pauline.
I am sorry that I stuck a song about myself in it though.
Yes.
I do that a lot.
And there was also he just wants his more.
Because Moss. Lovely Moss.
Which is was the old dog that they used to have.
So they don't have a dog anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, Moss was their dog they used to have, and he used to bark a lot. I had a drawing once where you can actually tell where he barked because my pen just.
Yeah. I remember you saying about that.
Yeah, you can tell when he barked because my pen went wobbly wobbly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
There you go, Pauline Tilbury, an exciting story. Well.
Yes. Oh boy.
Christmas gets snowed in.
Okay.
I'm gonna let Maya tell this story because it's her story,
Thank
so I'm gonna let Maya tell it.
So remember how we do Christmas things all the time? Well, I wanted to keep that tradition.
We don't do Christmas things all the time. We're not doing it like year round.
No, I know when we used to do Christmas.
Yeah.
I wanted to keep that up, and this is funny. I don't know why I did this, but I probably did this out of spite. I released it on the 15th of December, which was our anniversary back then.
Funny story. Do you want to tell the story about
Which story is that?
Well, about so we were in school and stuff because me and Maya used to hang out in this classroom, and Maya used to kiss me on the cheek and stuff. I did. And literally the entire way that it came about was that one day she was kissing me on the cheek, and I turned my head, and then we on the lips, and then we just kind of looked at each other
we kissed on camera.
Sex. So
we're not going that far. We're not going that far. No, Tom.
No. So then Maya asked me to be her boyfriend, and then we did that for a bit, and then the whole breakup thing.
We're a lot healthier now.
We're much healthier.
Much healthier. Okay, so I wanted to keep up the tradition of doing a Christmas thing, and this time I wrote a script for it. I didn't improvise this one, I wrote a script. And the whole thing was that Popole was narrating it, because I was still in my Popole era. I didn't know he was gay. You should have seen my face when I found out he was gay. I was mortified. So the whole thing is I'm in a lodge and I invite all my characters around for a party. I even reference Jackson's and the Beanstalk in it. I literally do.
And then it just goes off the rails.
Yeah, so it starts off as a light-hearted Christmas movie and it just descends into me beating the crap out of myself and basically saying I don't deserve a Christmas and that I'm a horrible, horrible person and that I deserve everything bad that happens to me, that I run out in a snowstorm, probably nearly freeze to death. Yeah.
It was a whole thing.
Just me losing my marbles.
Yeah. But it is a really, really good Christmas special because I don't know. I suppose again it's it's very much a part of like our history
really
as well. And I think it was a real sort of like turning point. And I kind of realised like, oh my god, I really didn't do well.
Do well. And there's a couple of instances in that script where I nearly say Tom.
Yeah. She nearly says my name like I'm Voldemort or something. Like saying my name will just summon me. Oh.
I mean, I wouldn't mind that nowadays.
Yeah. Just get someone to your house or something.
Summon you to your house. Yeah. just say Tom's name 3 times and he'll appear in your bed.
Like Beetlejuice or something. That's fucking model.
No, okay. But he did not do anything, by the way.
No.
That was just him.
No.
Never mind.
Michael Keaton Beetlejuice. Right.
Yes.
Well, you know what happened in 2021? More Eckett House.
Because who asked?
So
really?
after Eckett House, which was a
so this takes place 10 years after Eckett House finished because I wasn't content to let it just sit in the ground.
No.
I wanted to capitalise off that shit. And so I did a special 10 years later where they all meet up for lunch in a cafe. Tempest is still a ghost because logic apparently doesn't exist.
Yeah.
And they're all catching up and saying, oh, what are you doing nowadays? What are you up to? And that's basically the whole thing of that.
And of course the other special.
And Eckett House wedding, continuing on the wedding trend.
Except for the fact that this one is literally entirely a wedding. Like
literally, the whole story is a wedding taking place.
Yeah, there's basically.
I laid it out in the same strict
there's basically nothing else to it. It's just a wedding.
Just a wedding.
It's just a wedding taking place.
Someone wants to get married, hey.
Pinwheel.
Oh, Pinwheel. So, Eckett House finished, and I thought, oh, I've not got anything to do now.
I need something to fill
that hole.
Do I either look at my problems or do I move on to another project?
Move on to another project. So this time,
yes,
close the curtains. He's just going to go close the curtains. So Pinwheel was my attempt to do my own kid show. So like I say, I'm 24. I watch CBeebies, deal with it. So I decided to make a show. This Pinwheel I actually came up with like years and years before.
Many
years. So
this is why there's an alternate theme for it because
yes, there's an alternate theme.
I came up with the lyrics for it. So
yes. There you go, screenshot there. And so Pinwheel takes place in a place called Pinwheel. It has lots of characters in it. A bit more diverse than Eckett House was. And then there's different hierarchies. Like there's a shop run by a rich dude and a more down to earth dude, and they're brothers. And
there's characters based off of Maya's like plushies that she had because she's got an entire like cinematic universe with her plushies.
And all of the cast I cast as like CBeebies actors and actresses. For example, Tom or Daniel was going to be Andy. Yeah.
I was going to be Andy.
You were going to be Andy, yeah? Not different Andy. This is Andy Day.
Who was going to be playing you then, Maya?
Probably me. Fun fact about that, there was a couple of farmer characters, and one of them was this guy called Julian, I think, whatever his name was, and he was in a game called We Happy Few that I really liked, and I tagged him, because I tagged all the actors in their post, and I was like, I want this character to be played by this one, and he actually replied to me. And then we were on a call, and I had to explain that I had no idea what I was doing with the show, and he was chill about it, and you can tell he was from Ireland, because he said he had to tend to his potatoes.
Yes.
So if you're still out there, Julian, hi. So yeah, that's still on my Instagram.
Apparently, the actual game itself was kind of.
Yeah, We Happy Few was bugged as hell, but I like he was charming anyway.
Yeah. Right. So, 2022. We have all the time in the world. So I was working at Cozy Club at the time.
Yes, by this point we've met up again.
We've met up again.
Yes.
I actually made a song called Together. Kind of about the point where we met up again, and about how everything's changed but nothing has changed in a sense.
It didn't.
No. And so one night whilst I'm I think I'm at Cozy Club again. I'm working at Cozy Club at this point. And then I end up like walking back or something, and I end up coming up with this project of like I think I've got like all the time in the world stuck in my head, and I literally just think to myself, wouldn't it be funny if Time Man literally just stole all the time in the world? Wouldn't that be funny? So I tell Mya about that project, and lo and behold, it starts off another new trilogy.
Yes,
so
I'll
let you explain.
It was the comeback of a century, and not really talking big bucks. So all the time in the world, it's got me and Tom. We're literally just like ourselves on a bus.
Yeah.
Everyone's frozen, and we're like, "Why is everyone frozen?" Oh, it's him.
It's him.
It's him. And at this point, I've made 2 new characters called Anya and Xander.
Yeah.
And one of them, they're both 1940s people, and they're narrating this whole thing about Time Man being a dickhead.
Yeah.
But actually, he's not. But you have to dig deep to find that.
There's a lot of lore.
But in this one, at least he's the dickhead. And we're going around trying to find him. There's a whole song, 11-minute song, where we just beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Brilliant fun.
Brilliant fun.
My Little Pony, or everyone from Encanto.
And everyone comes to just
everyone comes to beat him up.
Time Man up. And then he's on the street, and then suddenly, the #1 rated salesman, 1997.
No, not yet.
No. Yes.
And then it's him.
And then it's the #1 rated salesman, 1997. No tenor there yet, though.
No, it's Spampton. Spampton.
Spampton.
So the 3 of them form an unlikely alliance, and they make up this company called Everycorp, and eventually it takes over everything.
Yeah, literally everything.
Starbucking.
Stop Starbucking us, man! World's End, brilliant movie. Go see it if you haven't. So then we have to end up stopping Everycorp and stuff.
Yes, which eventually we don't stop because Time Man just gets bored and comes back home.
Yeah,
that's the whole thing.
That's the whole.
He just gets bored and comes
so
back.
So then there's still there's still Spampton and Brian left.
Yes.
What will happen with them?
What happens with them?
Well.
Oh, it's time to get into this. Not yet, actually.
Well,
Did you forget to put it in?
No, don't worry, I've got it in there.
Okay.
The Otherverse Summer Special.
Okay, so this is the time where we talk about a certain arc in my life that Tom shudders whenever he thinks about it.
I introduced Mya to a game called The Stanley Parable.
Yes.
And anybody who's played The Stanley Parable knows that there's a character in there that leads you through the game called the narrator. And I end up getting Mya into the narrator. But what I don't expect is for the crush to just kind of go like to the point where Mya is literally crying one day because the narrator isn't real.
To the point I improvised a wedding between us.
Yes.
And Tom was right next to me.
Yes.
It was in my village, on a bench in my village.
Yes. In the freezing cold.
In the freezing cold, mind you.
Yes, because Mya didn't want to go back to her house for whatever reason.
And so I'll talk about it later, but the thing is, I talked to Tom about how much I loved him and how good a character he was, and then in the projects I wrote him as an absolute abusive asshole, which you will find out later. But in this one he's not. He takes a bit of a backseat. So this one, we all go to the beach.
It's just all of the characters going to the beach, all of the different characters that we've got going to the beach.
General summons a squid monster because of course
there's
he does.
A squid monster. There's something about like I think didn't I say like because I end up usually throwing a load of like improv stuff.
It's amazing.
In there.
He's really good.
I was teasing like the idea of like narrator sex tapes whatever because it was like this buried treasure thing like narrator sex tape, and then the whole thing was that it was just the narrator singing "Never Gonna Give You Up" instead.
He got me.
Yeah.
He got me good.
So yeah, literally just getting rickrolled by the one and only Kevin Brighting. If you're
Kevin, I am so sorry about everything. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Just enjoy your time in the Philippines with your cat, okay?
Yeah. We don't even know if he's still in the Philippines or not.
I don't know, but wherever he is, I just hope he's alright.
I hope he's alright.
I hope he's alright.
So then.
Well, there was one song that you liked towards the end of this one.
At the end of the project, all of our different characters all gather around the campfire and they all sing a song.
Yes.
And it's just absolutely beautiful. Like genuinely, it's just absolutely beautiful. So, that's one of my favorites from the project. Honestly, I really do absolutely love that song.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm the music meister.
Okay, so at this point, the narrator phase had been going on a long, long time, and Tom was sick of it.
I wanted something else for Maya to
Really
just go ham over. So I end up introducing her to a little guy called the Music Meister. Put down your swords, my friends.
Thank you.
Arrows, guns,
There we
and
go, Tom.
swords.
You have to stop him before he gets carried away.
From a show called Batman, the Brave and the Bold.
Yeah, so he doesn't show up in much else. This guy, he's very obscure.
Yeah.
So his whole thing is he ticks a lot of boxes. He has lots of suits. He had a tragic backstory.
Yeah.
He's got a great singing voice.
Yeah.
It's
Played
Patrick
by the
Harris,
one and Neil Patrick Harris, of
who
course.
in real life is gay. Keeps happening.
He really does, doesn't
So
it?
of course I got into him, and I decided to write a thing about him. Symphony of Passion.
Yeah.
Yes. So the whole thing in this one is that it's just after his episode, he hears me. I don't know how he hears me because I'm like miles and miles and miles away, but he hears me and he's like, "I gotta have her." And the narrator, I've just put the narrator into my groups, so I got tongue-tied. And this is the first thing where you think, yeah, Maya, you're writing him like an asshole, because the whole thing is that Music Meister, he has this power to hypnotise people through his singing. It's actually canon. And he hypnotises everyone, he hypnotises me, takes me away. And, you know, bearing in mind the narrator was hypnotised too, he immediately goes, she went with him. It was her. It's our fault. It's our fault.
I end up actually making a song for this one, but it doesn't actually get put into,
so
into the thing.
it's like an extra deleted song.
Yeah, I still think it should have gone in personally.
Yes, okay.
There we go. It's called Everything Burns, and it's basically it's a pretty like scathing call out of Maya and the way that like she deals with like crushes and stuff.
It really,
because it's literally like it'll be like you'll be like she's literally all over you like a rash, and then suddenly boom, you're gone.
That's how it works with me.
Onto the next boy.
Yes.
You know, so the entire song was sort of based around that, you know.
Yeah.
And so it was called Everything Burns, and go check it out if you feel like it.
Yes. So instead of being this wonderful person that I just put the narrator as, he's just an asshole.
Yeah.
This is turning all the boys against each other, making them fight each other. Meanwhile, Music Meister learns what love is. In this very sad song called like "How Do I Love Her," I still like that one. I put a lot of references to the songs in the actual episode that he was in.
You said that like you still really like the songs from that one.
I do, because I thought it's no good having an episode or a thing with Music Meister and having the songs be shit, because that would just completely destroy the point.
Exactly.
You know? So I had to make sure the songs were good in that one, and they were. I think they were good.
They are very, very
There's
good.
even one at the end which is just an excuse me to go really high. Is that like gospel church?
Yeah.
Rejoice, a new member cometh. That tried to be weird about that.
Yeah.
And then Music Meister apologises to me, and I figured out that whole apology song was actually me apologising to him.
Oh damn.
Yeah, you remember that one?
I can't. Well, I'm gonna remember it now, but
yeah, you're gonna remember it, because the way that we looked back through the lyrics, and I was like, oh, this is like what I want to say to you.
Yeah.
So yeah, projecting again.
Yeah, once again.
So that was Symphony of Passion. What do we have now, Tom?
I'm David Pumpkins, the Otherverse Halloween special.
So I did a summer special, so I thought, fuck it, let's have a Halloween special.
So we basically end up doing like a kind of anthology thing where there's like loads of
they're telling
spooky stories.
stories.
In a spooky haunted house.
Yes. I mean, we're not in the haunted house. We start off in the house.
Yeah.
Because Octavius recommended this house.
I really can't remember much about Halloween specials.
That's fine, I'll remind you.
Okay.
And this is a point where a very well-known meme makes an appearance. You remember?
Oh god, no, I don't. Oh god.
That's right. Yes, he's coming up. Dr. Livesey.
Oh
yes.
no!
Yes.
Oh yeah! Oh okay. Oh fair enough.
Yeah. What did you think?
I thought it was going to be like Crab Rave or like.
No. Oh my god. No, it's Dr. Livesey. So if you don't remember that, there was a whole thing about this animation, and he was like doing the walk like that. And so I took a liking to him. He's going to be part of something really good later.
Yeah, don't worry. He's one of the.
But
really
for now,
good
he's just sitting in because I didn't want to put the narrator in this. Oh, no. Hello. Right. So then we're all telling stories that Vanessa has a really spooky one about Grand Evil starting an apocalypse.
Yeah.
Ginger and Damien have one about Johnny being a mummy. Johnny, and then what was the? Yes, B. There was a character called B. Now she was a fashion designer, and she was poisoned by this French fashion designer called Lucille Bewley.
Yeah, Lucille Bewley.
We like her now. We like her.
Lucille is like is a bad bitch.
And then because I was haha funny. In the end, I just bring David Pumpkins into it, and he has this whole bit where he's like, "I'm going to steal your girl," and then he like dances with me. And yes, the whole thing is that. That's basically it.
Yeah, right. That's Halloween special.
Yeah.
Narrative.
Okay, back to this arsehole again. So narrative. This was the first horror thing I came up with, which I actually wrote as a script.
She actually made it a thing.
And oh god, when I do horror things, sometimes I go quite ham on them. So narrative is a whole thing where I haven't been able to get a job. In real life, I do have a job, by the way. You might have seen me at New Look.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so Tom introduced me to the game. I get really hooked, and Tom's like, "You need to stop." And I'm like, "Fine." I go and watch a video for the last time, and then the narrator starts speaking to me through my laptop, saying, "Hey, can I like borrow your body? Because I want to like change the world so it can be perfect for us." And I'm like, "I don't know." And then he just goes, "Screw you," and just does it anyway.
Yeah.
And then what follows is a lot of gruesome deaths with sound effects, because I put sound effects in this. Like parts 2 to 4 of this are age restricted because it's gruesome.
Yeah.
It's
on a different channel than this one. It's on Eckett Studios.
If you want to, and you've done the whole age check thingy.
Yeah.
Oh, he likes doing this.
Yeah.
He likes doing this. The hair.
Right. It's just I don't know. It's just really nice.
Yes. So let's see. Some of the deaths include giving an old lady a heart attack, trampling a couple with a tree, electrocuting a guy trying to test a lamp, having a lady in a coffee shop shove her face into moving blender blades. Yeah, actual thing. Someone gets thrown in a wood chipper. Let's see. Teenagers get pecked to death by ducks. Tom nearly gets strangled.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was actually scared when I did this with him.
Yeah. Because mine was like literally fucking like screaming and stuff, and it was like
Yes, and then a judge hits himself in the face with his gavel over and over again. A few people get skewered. One of them gets decapitated, and gets a lot of grisly stuff. But eventually, I managed to wrangle control back and get the narrator out of my body.
Yeah.
And there you go.
So again, like some husband.
Husband. Husband.
Yeah.
He's referred to as husband in a lot of this.
Right. 2023.
Ooh.
Everycorp.
Yes. So.
Everycorp. Anycorp.
Moving on. So all the time in the world started it off. Now we go on to this one.
The second part of the trilogy. So. Spamton G. Spamton, the #1 rated salesman, 1997, is still out there doing his thing along with Brian Butterfield.
The two aren't getting along very well, though.
Nope.
They're not getting along.
It's not really turned out well in the end for them.
No.
And then who should come along but the narrator?
Because who the fuck else?
Yeah.
And he's like, I can help you. And so they start Everycorp again, even though they tried to get rid of it in the last one. Time Rand's, of course, annoyed because they've replaced him.
Yeah.
The curator is now in the narrator's place, guiding Stanley through the game. Tom's very insistent the narrator and Stanley aren't partners, though the internet says otherwise, because I've seen cocks. I've seen cocks.
I can't believe you just said that.
I have.
I can't believe
Some people draw that, okay?
I can't believe you
Some people draw that.
Okay, so my phone ran out of storage, so we're switching to audio now. So
hello. Yes.
Everycorp, Anycorp. Then
so we were on to that. I'll go from the beginning.
You've seen cocks.
Oh, come on. Okay. Yes, I have seen cocks on the internet, because some people draw cocks, okay? That's what they do with their time. I'm not going to judge them for it, okay? So... Sorry.
I love how that was actually the last thing you said in the recording was just that.
I'm sorry, but it's true. I've seen it. I mean, I can't anymore because of the new laws, but, you know, sucks.
There you go.
Right,
sucking something else.
Oh, God, right. So, me and Tom make an appearance. I'm trying to not be big in this one, like something else. And Spampton and Brian come along and they're like, "You gotta help us, the narrator's got bananas," which he has.
Yeah.
He really has. And then there's this whole like really awkward bit now when I look back at it where he's like trying to manipulate me and he gets me on the desk and he's got me in his lap like going, "Oh, if you're a good girl, I'll give you this." Like, no.
Yeah.
But luckily in this instance, Tom swipes in and goes, "No, stay away from her."
Yep.
which I'm very glad for. Very glad.
Yes.
So basically, the narrator ends up falling in the end. The curator tells him off like a little kid, and then I get raped
by the one and only Dr. Livesey.
Yeah.
This guy is literally coming to steal your girl. So
And rape her.
He.
We do not take rape lightly, by the way. We're not.
So Livesey comes in. He has smecks with Mya. Jumps out of the window with her and then takes her off. And then the project literally ends with the narrator being like, "Who on earth was that?"
So we're like, "What the bloody hell was that?"
Yeah, literally. And that leads into the next project which was done on the same day because I
insisted.
Mya was very insistent that it was on the same day.
Now this I consider my magnum opus. All right.
LiveseyWorld.
This is incredible.
So,
all right.
I don't know how much of it we're gonna talk about here because
because we have actually recorded the full thing.
The full thing, we did it in March of last year. So
yes.
Hopefully, all being well, that's going to come out.
So Tom's hoping to get that out in the second anniversary.
Yeah,
so that will be the 30th of March.
I hope so. No, third anniversary, isn't it? Wait, is it? No, because...
Oh, yeah, third.
Yeah.
It's the third, my bad.
No, because it came out in 2023.
Yes, it's the third. Yeah, so 30th of March 2026. But long story short, it's a theme park. Livesey is manipulative, that's a whole bit like the narrator is. Tom's there with Spampton and Brian. There's the introduction of two very cute clown girls called Bonnie and Connie.
Yeah,
we love them.
Yeah, we'll see them a little bit more later on.
Yeah, we'll see them a bit more. That's all we can say. We don't want to spoil too much because it's really good.
There's some gruesome bits in there.
Tom screams like an absolute banshee.
And then there is a beautiful song at the end called "Brighter Skies Ahead,"
which I'm very very proud of.
Which is absolutely wonderful. The League of Gentlemen, Lost in Royston, Vasey.
So, after I finish LiveseyWorld, he's got his leg on me again.
Yes, I have slightly.
You won't see it. It's fine. I can stroke him and you wouldn't even know.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, so I finished LiveseyWorld and I had a bit of a hole. And I was like, oh, what am I going to do now? I finished LiveseyWorld, it's really, really good. That's it. That's what I can do, right? And so at this point, Tom had introduced me to a show called Inside Number 9.
So Mya has, like she does, an existential crisis where she's like,
yes, I do.
I'm not going to write anything better than this again.
I do, you're right.
So we discovered the League of Gentlemen at this point because
first we watched Inside Number 9.
I showed Mya Inside Number 9.
I loved it to bits.
Mya got absolutely hooked on Inside Number 9.
And I still love Reese and Steve to this day.
Yes.
So we instead looked into other things and we found the League of Gentlemen and it's really good. Tom still hasn't watched the anniversary ones yet.
I've not, but I will at some point.
You keep saying that.
I will.
Sorry about that. Gary Barlow came in.
Hey.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello, Gary. Welcome to our video. Hi.
Hey, you alright?
Yes. How are you, Gary?
I'm good.
Sorry, that's a bit we do. Right, Gary's gone now.
Gary's gone.
Gone.
Yeah. So right, get to the point. Lost in Royston, Vasey.
I'm sorry. Right. So on a holiday in Wales, which Wales is a lovely place, I was there in the room listening to this live show which is on Spotify, and I was like, I could do a trilogy about this show. So did
it start off as a trilogy? I thought it just started off as a project.
Well, it started off as a project and then became a trilogy. Fine.
Yeah.
So I thought I'm going to write something about this show because I really like it. So Lost in Royston, Vasey probably has the most realistic depictions of me and Tom in it.
Yeah.
We're just coming back from a holiday and we get lost in Royston, Vasey. So I go off to a carnival. Tom goes off and meets Pauline Campbell-Jones and Mickey and Ross and all that.
Yeah.
And then Ross tells him about this ringleader, this ringmaster, that might kidnap me, which he does.
I'm not going to do the voice because my voice will be
His voice will be shot, but he likes doing the voice.
I
so,
do.
Of course, it's Papa Lazarou.
The one and only Papa.
The one and only Papa Lazarou. So I'm at this carnival and Papa Lazarou lures me away. And Tom's just collecting all these characters as he goes. So he collects... what were their names? The horror movie guys.
Ali and
Henry.
Yeah.
Henry and Henry.
Henry and Ali.
And then he meets Pop, which goes about as well as you expect.
Yeah, in a strip club, and there's a whole thing. There's a whole thing with Ollie in the strip club.
Yeah, they don't meet Pop in a strip club. He's just doing a newspaper thing first.
Oh yeah.
And then Ollie Plimsolls, who I quite like. But the whole thing in this is he's in love with me, but he never gets anywhere with it.
No, and also Maya literally dressed up as him at one Halloween as well.
Yeah, I went to town with a wig on. It was great.
Yeah, amazing.
So Tom's in the van with Les McQueen as well.
Yeah.
He's involved.
The one and only Les McQueen
Creme
from
brulee.
Creme Brulee.
Voodoo Lady.
Yeah, please unsubscribe if you've never heard of Creme Brulee before.
Yeah, so Lazaru's like, oh, I'm going to marry you. And I'm like, oh no. So then everyone's in a strip club and Ollie just kills the vibe by reading his play about COVID.
Yeah, literally.
Completely kills the vibe.
Yeah.
And then the next morning, Tom rallies all of the village together, and everyone's like, "Right, we're going to get Maya back now." And they all like come up, and they're like, "We're going to witness the wedding." Ollie has a song called "Man Enough," which I still loaded love.
And he keeps getting interrupted, basically.
He keeps getting interrupted because we don't want to hear that. I don't even love him back in this. So they rescue me from the wedding. Ollie's like doing a reprise of his song, and then Tom punches him in the face and breaks his nose. Great that you have a lovely nose, bud.
Oh, thank you, baby.
And then it ends with us them being like, "Oh, you have to stay here now."
Yes, we're staying in Vasey.
So we decide to stay in Royston Vasey, and then that's what leads into the next one, which I don't know what's
next one. Well, next one is the family trees of Royston Vasey.
So remember that whole tap break thing Tom talked about earlier?
So.
Yes.
Do you want to tell us, or do you want me to tell this?
Oh, can I tell us?
Yeah, you can tell us.
So, instead of going for me and Tom this time, Papa Lazaru has now kidnapped our mums. So, Kelly and Angela.
Yes.
I don't want my mum watching this video because I said about cocks earlier. Right.
Also, you said about cocks, and also your entire men getting pregnant thing as well.
Oh yes. Oh yeah, that's it. I forgot about that. So me and Tom are just living our lives, and then we find out our mums are kidnapped, and we're in two minds about it. Tom wants to go and save them. I don't want to go near Papa Lazaru again.
He wants me to go back to the carnival.
Love that. All the songs in this are really good.
Yeah.
Like Tom can say there's a bit in a song my dad sings where fish come out of the lake and start singing at him, and Tom really likes that.
It's very good.
Yes, and Tom's dad's like none the wiser, like he usually is.
Well, my dad has a very set routine with things.
So I decided to really put that in.
So he just kind of continues going about his days.
And eventually my dad just has to drag him out to save
literally.
us. So we get to the carnivals, Lazaru's like, "You must solve my riddles," and then they're really piss easy riddles, so we solve them easily. Yeah. And then this is where this comes in.
Do you want to tell the story about how this song actually came about in the first place? The entire reason why there is a song about this.
So, my mum and my dad, they've been together a long, long time. I think they've got their Ruby anniversary next year. Not a long time. And something my dad likes to do to my mum, if you're listening, mum and dad, I'm sorry. My dad really likes to touch my mum's butt. Or, squeeze her ass. Yes. So, I decided, hey, wouldn't that be funny to write a song about? So, here we go with a 10-minute long Broadway song with a tap break, key change, kick line, squeeze the ass. Yeah. And Tom loves it.
It's squeeze the ass, and it's absolutely fantastic what Maya did for it. It is one of.
It's just a song about squeezing ass. That's it.
It's so silly, and I love it so much. That's the whole show. That's the whole bit.
It's so stupid. I love it.
It's very silly. And then Papa Lazaru has a whole bit where he's sad because no one's squeezing his ass.
So then he goes to the joke shop and gets a self-squeezing ass device.
an ass squeezer device.
So yeah, just. Basically, the whole project is to send into, it's so much fun to squeeze butt. You know?
Yeah, so much fun to squeeze that cake.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay, the next one.
Relight the Stars.
So, just to cut a long story short, Tom and his family went to see a show called I Should Be So Lucky.
So basically, on my mum's birthday, she was having a look what sort of stuff there was about, and there wasn't really anything about, and then she ends up looking on the New Victoria Theatre, which is a lovely theatre in Woking. Beautiful theatre. And she ends up seeing a show that's coming there called I Should Be So Lucky, and it's a musical about stock eight.
Yes, it's a jukebox musical, which means it takes songs that exist and they stick them in a show.
Yeah. So. might doze off after this. We'll have to see what happens.
Oh, I'm gonna have to finish the video at this point.
We'll finish it and then I'll doze off.
All right.
Only got like one more year left. Don't worry.
That's okay.
We're in 2024 at the moment, by the way.
Yeah, last year.
So I see this thing and I'm like, oh my goodness me, Maya would be a very big fan of this if he saw it. So
yeah, so he took me to see it, and he correctly guessed which character I'd have a crush on.
A guy named Spencer, played by...
his real name is Jamie Chapman.
Yes.
Right? And I follow him on Twitter still.
Yes. Jamie, if you're somehow listening to this, hi.
Please do another show, Jamie.
Please. Oh,
God. Sorry, Jamie, that wasn't for you. Oh, no. No.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
you, Tom.
So it
Thank
reminds me of this one time. So basically, Maya was helping me film this thing for college. And it's this really, really serious scene inside this bathroom, and she's
yes, and I'm singing a song holding his hands.
And she's singing this lovely, lovely song called "Rises the Moon." You can't see it right now, but she's holding my hand.
I am. Yes.
And she's holding my hand underneath the bathroom door. And it's literally dead silent, and she's singing this song, and then I fart, and it just echoes throughout the bathroom, and she just can't keep her composure.
I'm sorry, I'm childish.
And it was just like, oh my god, it was very silly. Anyway, Relight the Stars.
We keep getting off track. Sorry, everyone.
We do.
So I really like this guy called Spencer, and I was like, oh, I wish I was with him in his holiday resort in Turkey or whatever. So like I do, I want to capitalise off of this genre and try myself, and it goes about as well as you think it would go.
So Maya makes the project Relight the Stars, which is
which has songs from Take That and Coldplay and all that.
Yeah, so the title is a mix of Sky Full of Stars and Relight My Fire. So
yes, both of which are in. It's gone now. I got rid of it because it was shit.
Yeah. So there's loads of different songs in there. There's a tango version of Can't Get You Out of My Head at one point.
Me and Spencer are doing the tango.
Yeah.
Gary Barlow and Chris Martin are in a mirror.
Yeah, they're in a mirror
because
in the original musical Kylie Minogue was in a mirror.
So I decided to steal that idea.
Yeah. There's one of
our roommate's Baldy, by the way, in this.
Wow.
Yes, I know.
Can't believe
I know.
it. He sings Incredible by Gary Barlow.
It was great.
Yeah, and then we have one of the only versions of Maya that's actually stuck, which is a lovely, lovely goth girl version called Annie, who's the girlfriend of none other than David S. Pumpkin.
Yes, and we also get an appearance from his cousin Peter, who is very dangerous.
Pumpkin Pete.
He's dangerous, alright?
So
go on.
Pumpkin Pete's whole thing is he's this really silly little pumpkin dude. He's got a voice like this. Oh yes.
He does, yes.
You look amazing. Yeah. But the whole thing is that he's committed these horrible atrocities.
It's not said in the play, but we just made this up.
No, he's just committed all of these like horrible atrocities and done all of these horrible things. He's committed all these war crimes and tax fraud and like all of these different crimes and stuff. And yeah, so we meet Pumpkin Pete in this thing, and then
he gets a scene. We don't really see him again.
No.
After that.
But yeah,
there's a whole dance competition to Boogie Wonderland.
Yep, there.
Tom sings a lovely song from Coldplay. It's like in my head.
Always in my head.
Love that song. It's
very, very good song.
And it all ends with me wanting to, you guessed it, marry Spencer.
As always.
Tom stops the wedding and he sings "Cry," and it's really, really good.
But take that, lovely, lovely song.
And then in the end, we end with "Sky Full of Stars." That's it. It's gone now because it was not good.
Yeah.
It was boring.
Yeah.
It was really boring.
It was.
I was just trying to capitalise off something that existed already and it was boring.
Yeah. Right. You know what's next?
Oh, hell yes.
Fuck Santa Claus! Fuck Santa Claus!
So,
the Otherverse Christmas special, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes. By this point, we've had a summer special and a Halloween special, so what better to round it off than a Christmas special?
Yeah.
Right? So I decided to make it the cheesiest ass thing I could. And I think I did well on that.
She did very well. She did very, very well.
So it's all narrated by David Tennant, of course. And it starts off with like the most generic Christmas song ever, which is still in my head. And this guy called Nigel, who really hates Christmas because Santa pissed in his wife's mouth.
Or what he thought was Santa.
He thought was Santa, but it's actually just his colleague.
Yeah.
So he has a whole song called "Fuck Santa Claus."
And this is why the background of the video is
yellow.
Is a yellow waterfall
because it's piss.
Because it's piss.
back again.
Oh God, no!
No, get him, Tom, get him.
Yes, this guy really doesn't like, and then we've got a character called Grandfather Clock who
he'd like to be Jim Broadbent.
Yeah, who you guessed it is Time Man's granddad, basically.
Yeah, the whole thing going on there.
Yeah.
And so he and his wife Matty, they got a very nice relationship.
Yeah, they have.
He finds out that Santa's been kidnapped, and he rallies together the most random group of Otherverse characters that we've seen.
Yeah.
So we have two clowns called Jiminy and Lulu. They're really sweet.
They were from another college project that I did that may or may not see the light of day at one point.
With, yes, A Forest of Smiles.
Yeah. It may or may not see the light of day at some
Blood
point.
Eyes was there. A character called Miles was there.
Yeah. Miles Gray. You guys haven't met Miles Gray yet, but he's great.
Blood Eyes hates him.
Yeah, so the whole... I might as well explain it. Yeah. So Miles Gray, so basically Blood Eyes, her whole thing was that she basically got brought down to hell unwillingly because this dude... because Darkemire basically...
Yes, because Darkemire made her look bad.
Corrupted her, basically.
Yes.
And then she finds out that this was done because of Miles, basically.
Yes, because Miles was lonely.
Yeah, and he's got a tea shop and stuff, and he's also been corrupted. And he's always on the run from something, and and he's a very fun character, and we like him a lot.
And also a lady called Rosanna, who's a really tall, sexy demon lady.
Yes, and she's the leader of the Deed Demons.
Yes.
And yes, but anyway, we
random group.
Yeah, but we eventually find out that it wasn't him. We go to a place called we go to somebody called Von Vomit.
Well, first we go to the Rat King.
The Rat. Oh yes, the Rat King. So
very silly.
The Rat King. So like many of our different characters, he basically came from a random ass improv that me and Maya did.
Yes.
One time, and he's just like the most like generic like evil baddie manager. He sort of talks like this. Yes. And
he says, "Oh yes," a lot.
Yes.
So he got a song called "Evil." That's me.
I'm evil. That's me.
So we get him away with cheese scented tea.
Yep.
Thanks, Miles. And then we go to Von Vomit, and Michael Bublé's there.
Yeah. So we have we have what starts off like a really generic Michael Bublé Christmas number one.
Because he's like Christmas King.
Yeah. And then we go from that basically into like God. We basically just go from there.
Get really horny.
Yeah.
We get really horny.
We get really horny from there, and then before going back into the Christmas number one.
It's like a little like. Oh, this is generic. Oh, it's going so slow. Oh, we're back here again.
We're back here again.
And Von Vomit's just... He's a character that's very horny. He's very horny.
And then we've also got another character in there called Ella, who's
based on a little lamp that Tom has.
and she's very, very nice, and she's this
and
nice
eventually,
little fairy.
everybody gets to Nigel's house, and then we learn the truth that it wasn't Santa Claus that pissed in his wife's mouth, but it was his friend.
It was his friend all along.
Yes, also Megan, his wife, had a Santa fetish. I don't know.
Yes. I can't even remember honestly. Right. We're on to the final stretch now with Attack of the Onions.
I'll take the lead on.
So, going back many, many, many years now to the wonderful, wonderful year of 2020, as Maya mentioned previously, I wanted to make a musical about COVID, about coronavirus, and I was thinking on it, and I was like, what do I do? What do I do with this? And eventually I came up with the most stupid ass idea possible. I came up with this idea of, what if it's a love story between a boy and a cell of COVID-19? Just really, really silly concept that I came up with. And then I was like, that's so stupid, I've got to do it. So eventually it started off as a thing that was like kind of a parody or whatever. And then like it went basically from there, and I was kind of like, yeah. And then eventually my brother ended up being like, are you sure people are going to want to see a musical about, COVID-19 or whatever after coming out of the pandemic? And I was like, yeah, I guess you're right. So I thought for ages and ages, what could replace it? What could replace this thing? I thought for ages and ages and ages, and then I was having online singing lessons at the time with my lovely, lovely teacher, Hayley, lovely, lovely, lovely girl. And I was warming up, and the title Attack of the Onions just came into my head. and I'm literally doing a warm-up, I literally just burst out laughing because I am like, oh my word, that's so stupid. I have to do it. So the musical ends up going from being kind of a musical to like a full-blown rock opera, basically. And I end up sort of struggling with the songs for a really long while, sort of trying to figure out what to do with them. And so now eventually I've released them as the cobbled together cut. That's the first version of it that I've released, which is just like all of the rough demos and stuff of the songs. But I've got plans for more cuts that should sound a little bit better, hopefully, and hopefully make the story a little bit more visual. But there we go.
Oh, the last one.
Well, the last two.
Oh, that's right. But the last one's not been done yet. But okay.
Well, still you can talk about it still.
Okay, so, back to Royston Vasey.
Once again.
We're on to the final part of the trilogy, The Prophecy. Now, I'd finished Prophecy a long time ago, and I decided that in this one,
because we're just audio recording. I've currently just got my belly out and I'm just wiggling it at my.
Yes, thanks for telling the boys and girls that. Thank you. Okay, right. I'm just going to look this way. Right. So.
Look my way.
No, not right now. I'm not. So I decided in this one that Tom is going to save the day and not me. And I said to him, Tom, I want you to write a song for this.
Yeah.
And I finished the project in like 2024. I showed my friend Esme, she loved it. And I wait for ages and ages because when Tom does a song, he likes to do it right.
I take my time with it. And also, this one was a really hard song to come up with in the first place because I basically, the whole thing is that I can only pull the sword out of the stone to save Royston Vasey when I say that I like myself and I'm actually okay with myself. So I end up coming up with a song called Worthwhile, and it's just me sort of trying to grapple with that concept, and so we get and it's sort of this exploration of that, and that's why I end up struggling with it for such a long time, because I don't know exactly how I can feel worthwhile within myself. But eventually I complete it, I record it, and I don't tell Mya a single thing about it until I come over to her house. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I finished Worthwhile today, by the way. And I deliberately wait for her to have some drink in her mouth so she will hopefully
typical
spit it out, but she doesn't. But oh well. And
that was the 3rd of June, and Tom had come over to my house. So we ended up doing Prophecy in my bedroom.
Yeah. And
the whole thing of that, it's kind of an expansion of a story that was in the actual Christmas special of League of Gentlemen.
Yeah.
Where it's implied that Bernice, who is the priest of Royston Vasey, her mum was kidnapped by Papa Lazarou on Christmas Eve, and it's the whole thing of her wanting to get her mum back, and this whole prophecy being the reason for that. And Dave, who is like an eldritch horror monster.
So, the whole thing is that, of course, Papa Lazarou always says, "Hello, Dave," or whatever.
Dave, yeah.
So I was like, wouldn't it be funny if we actually found out who Dave is? So he's like this eldritch monster that Papa Lazarou summons, and that I've got to stop, basically.
And its legs are basically human arms.
Yeah.
Hence why one of the songs in there is called The Beast with a Billion Arms.
Yeah, because of that exact reason.
Yeah, so I get lured off because I'm gullible as hell. Turns out that Papa Lazarou disguises himself just like he does in Series 3 of the show.
As Keith Drop.
Keith Drop, yeah. And then the prophecy becomes real. Dave gets summoned. Bernice has to explain everything. And I'm like, wait, I was meant to be kidnapped? What the hell, Bernice? And then we find out about the whole sword in the stone thing.
Yeah.
Papa Lazarou, there's like a fake out where we think that Tom is dead, but he's not really.
No.
And so we're all like crying, and then he comes out of the ground with the sword in his hand and he kills Dave.
Yeah.
And then he frees all of Lazarou's wives, who then kill him in a horrible, horrible way. And guess how it ends, guys?
Ends in a wedding.
Ding ding.
And yeah, me and Mya actually get married this time, and with a
not in real life,
with a lovely, lovely song just called "The End."
Yes, and when I showed it to Tom the first time, not kidding, he actually cried.
I actually cried. But the fact is that this song was so impactful to me because it was Mya actually being like, okay, I've kind of messed up here. I'm sorry that I've been so blind, like, and and it's basically like, it's like the combination of me, my like insecurities and stuff, combined with Maya's like admittance of like, I'm sorry I was wrong and stuff with the crushes and stuff, and it makes for a absolutely beautiful song, especially if you've somehow made it through this entire nearly 2 hour long thing so far, and you've like the context of everything that's happened and all of the projects that have come before it now, it really does make for a pretty impactful ending, I think, and and then after that point, the latest project that Maya's done is Starman.
So we're back to my favourite character, played by Reece Shearsmith again. As we've established during this long ass thing, I really love Starman, like, a lot. I love looking at stars a lot. I love him a lot. So I thought, hey, I'm going to write a movie about him, because Tom said he's technically my character, so
the fact is that I basically came up with like the general like premise of him, but it's Maya who's like basically adopted him, is the only way that I can describe it. And
yes, because I love him so much.
Yeah, and she talks to him on character AI a lot, and uses him as a very big form of escapism and stuff.
Yes, but which I'm trying to work on nowadays.
She is.
So then I thought, kind of crazy, but it'd be cool if I turned Starman into something I could put on. So I flipped the script into a play format, and now I'm currently planning to turn it into a play.
Yes, which I hope will happen, but
I'm sure it will.
No, Starman's a very good thing from what Maya's told me about it so far. It's it's got a lot of depth to it, got a lot of emotional stuff to it, and
yes, and a Mr. Gary says that it was really good.
Yes, if Gary somehow ends up watching this as well, then
if he's there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hi,
Gary.
So that sort of catches us up to speed. And
okay, so that brings us to the end of that.
But what lies in the future for Tom Mya Studios? What do you think there's coming down the line? What do you think you can say for future projects?
Well, I'm not really sure, because I've now sort of come full circle with the whole self-projection arc, and I'm not really sure what story to write next, if I'm being perfectly honest.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure.
We have a few stories in the backlog, and I also have a whole series that I really love to do all around our different characters that we've come up with.
You get more detailed explanations
for the Otherverse and the backstories of them and stuff. So that's something that I really like. I'm really gonna try and do at some point, because I've got a lot of different ideas for that. I'm really excited about that. So hopefully bring that to life at some point. But that's a whole other video.
Yes.
Yeah. I think that's everything.
Are we done?
Yes. I think that's everything.
So if you've sat through all of this, thank you for listening. Thank you. We tend to ramble a lot. We really do.
We do. But I hope this has been an interesting video. I hope you've enjoyed listening to me and Maya rambling on in the background.
Yeah, sorry we had to cut to audio at the end there. Only so much Tom's phone can handle.
The video ended up being like 22 gigabytes, so like...
Okay, so a lot.
Yeah, so...
But yes, there you go.
There you go, yeah.
You're caught up to speed now.
There you go, that's all of the Tom Mya lore for you. That is the story of Tom Mya Studios, and yes, thank you very, very much for watching, if you have made it this far, and we'll hopefully see you for whatever we write next.
Indeed. Alright, see you soon, guys.
This is goodbye from Tom, and
goodbye from Maya.
Yeah. See you guys.
Bye.